2018, I beg your pardon. Asempa FM's Ekosiisen. There they come, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's now do the 27th award for the night's radio program of the year 2020. The sponsor is the Ghana Journalists Association. Let's please a round of applause. The winner goes home with a memento, citation, and certificate. Ladies and gentlemen, the radio program of the year 2020 goes to Asempa FM Ekosiisen. Well, the host, I don't know who he has not interviewed yet. Congratulations to all of you, the entire team at Asempa FM's Ekosiisen. Congratulations to you for emerging the radio program of the year 2020.
We wish you well. We wish you well. Thank you so much for.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Nyamisha, you are also doing very well. We are also very, very proud of you. Very intelligent journalist at he wants. And Kososa, we are proud of you.
The Honorable Samuel Okudjeto Blakwa and Moten and Kano.
I have to say something about Asempa and Ekosiisen. So we're all worried about what's going to happen to Ekosiisen. Look at what Obi has done with it. I listen to Ekosiisen all the time. I mean, I have to admit, sometimes I listen and I get some ideas for the program because they come before us. So, yeah. So like tonight, we're going to use some of their content. So I have to have that. Obi, I've never told you this before, but I think you've done a fantastic job.
Samuel Atachi, Honorable Minister in charge of Works and Housing, Member of Parliament for Ebuakwa South. Freshest burger in town. What's your
Obi. Yamiadum, device selection I can eat. You have 2 weeks now. Well, also, why Obi, minimum says I will fancy.
Hey, ewa hefa.
Actually, no money, Cromwell, and na Obi, na Obi, no wound, I feel because I'm Obi Wawarian, and I'm saying, I'm in Facebook with 2 Pabisano. They love you too much. But why are they? Or price in the cost. It's a chair of some phone now, or by woman who said, Obama, now tumpon.
Chairman, could you watch Aquaba na pump to say?
Ekosiisen, Obi, the body, you meant he's a fine gentleman. Yeah. The Tradian Ponsi, so the Abidu. Near Chebushon for you now, my wabro try tea war, but we shall feel good allow. They love you too much. You see, it almost was. I think you are doing a great job. Obi. Yeah. Me pay bonina and it's all that to us with the away. Amen. Nah, intelligent questions. That be I make catch on. Me say I told you now me tifie na flew bisa na flew nipa na answers na. E wo mo another be wo me say Obi arrest my case. Why are there?
Chairman Akwaba na saying
Obi me da se bebre nya me dia chen na me chia obi na Obi Eastern region for so much help.
Asempa FM.
Now you say they identify now we just know there to say adwumaden a we any say the Eastern region for tiu no Obi no or the do tuma obeso cd one join tuma so cd inti echiao ene na say dem dey kankan.
Ernest Yaokomi, Sakwaba na saying
Yami de Obi.
Bibi Ekoyi.
Nyame adom. The Nyame ahwe yeso ama afia ko asan ba betu yen de. Na Nyame na wose yeda nase. Na yeda Ghana fo nyina ase. Na adofo nso a omonso akosu taye chi ni ade abreni omo hye yen kran. Ma yen so no ya bebumbu egusu timi ye adwuma ne sa na esiti no kenka ne ye party for ne ye party penny for ne so no yenda omo nyina ase. Nti mefa akonye so achi amenu no etia ifi akweti ane ne party omo nyina akweti constituency ye chia omo. And can me chairman or a friend Alaji. Whether we come on the show or not, it is show no. Now it's one of the impressive shows. A Wukuma Utia won't say you are either being educated or informed. Now I am share some of us now you know more personal relationship. And me share the team spirit. I am Modiye Jumana.
Bien Mobia was a team the toy Asempa. And I mean any probably woman Asempa the Butua which matter. Me wo Ghana Hankwadia. Ebutua na mwanka me de beto Asempa me woni other part I wanna me de beto Wamanania Ghana time.
I mean, that's to tell us, Miracle, this is a shareholding structure. Indigenous Ghanaians only maybe X percentage, and the Philippines they only Y percentage. And I think that should settle this matter.
Honorable, it's always a pleasure talking to you. May that's a powerful for your time.
But what be, may
that's it. And the Honorable John Jinaponi attending Kano.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7.
Because for bebre believe say ufie onye interchange. Enti ekofo bebre believe me so mejetum. Engineers no bebre so jetum say it was Miss Asie. Obi just aten aban you soon see career sir. O fa loan kura na yesi ye free loan my granta. Sa na ye aten na wonye efi na dwuma ni wie. Ansa na ne be ma man ho ate no wa project. And kofo bebre believe say si ye be se ya de pa de anke ye koye obi kan underground drainage and munyam wom e o ba bie no a yakọ pesika pupu duo na koye interchange no.
Yeah, underground drainage was cycle.
Sir,
June 3rd.
Asemwa to ye no. Ade ne yenko pesika puduo enko siesie circle. Ye wie na circle enko ye death trap na koye enmonyam trabia no. Yakwa ko page say interchange yesuso. Ekosiisen on interchange na your politics at the expense of what really matters to a country that is challenged financially.
In the until say a bear the volcano, they be a hobby flooders.
Oh, yeah, Kuran was well, Kuran wire interchange if you fast yada. Aje Ghana, and the President Mahama calculation. Kobe and who ni veranda also koto adu. And the Yakoya Suana ye breno. Obi adi hiano pano, Ushu ba kwa, Unfanko Bosoka. Ushu we are singing ano. And maybe why I see a year near maybe night political. But Ukumu pa the Ohiani dear. Nisi kasamono ototo de kakrakra ada na wonwie ni madrid a feeding into odo now so do kwa akoye friends cycle interchange
na asolve sa problem
na traffic ni efindi ope wo hwe ade ekukura ntumi yesisuru traffic no because no be ye bia efindi de besere wa o edum pempe zu kwa nkofo bebre wa on fa cycle because on suro say bia the car no kra na bia na kotonsu no ye ne de yin.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7.
This is the radio program of the year. Ekosiisen. Are you ready? You are listening to the CNG radio program of the year. Ekosiisen on Asempa 94.7 FM.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM 94.7. Asempa FM. Asempa FM.
.7 Asempa FM. So only 14 minutes after 2. Emphasize that Stronko Emma Muninara. Somebody FDNO Atoha. From now till 6:30 p.m. It's our duty and pleasure to bring you Ghana's biggest and the most authoritative political, social, and current affairs talk show. Me need your say Bonsu from Yobi. My main production team no Ase. Your Dominic Kisi Yaboa, Nana Chum Berema, Jackson Osei Intiamoa, Eric Opare, be friend with DJ Yayo, and a Queen Star. 30 p.m. and Jumedian Eberry. So in the next 4 hours, 30 minutes, it's our duty and pleasure to serve you and serve you well. Tuesday afternoon, the 24th day of May, 2022. Many thanks to our sponsors, Agbeve Herbal Center, Uniat Practical Institute, Irata Motors, Compu Ghana, JB Powerplex Herbal, Cocoa Milk, Pharmaceutical, CBG, also we stand with you, Seahorse Engine Oil, Bale Beverages, Franco Trading Enterprise, Dependable Herbal, and Imaros Limited. And you may queen Ekosiisen On Asempa. We have a lot coming up this Tuesday afternoon. Yes, Bosse. For the rest of this week, we would focus a bit more on the upcoming NPP regional elections. Now, Udim said, party delegates in the various regions will go to the venues. Any data region be abetoned the edemamo. And then what we want to do, they say, I will be telling you who are standing for which position in the various regions. Now, officially, when we list, so for example, in the Greater Accra region, Nipa saying regional chairmanship, Whyamon Eco Women Organizer, Whyamon Eco Youth Organizer, we have that list official, may go through at the Amamo. Here some of the aspirants will come through the studio as much as possible, so throughout the week, would make time for a lot of them. As many as possible, be pass it through, anyone ABD and Como. So who you would vote for going into this particular election. But even before we get into all of that, Parliament. When you say parliamentary resume is certain. Now some interesting issues are basso and as are on the floor. One of them, and it's the minority push number one. Number two, privileges committee in parliament, and so when him say Ebeto just say members of parliament miensa Kennedy Ohene Japan, Henry Korte, and Adwoa Safo were all referred to the privileges committee to come and give reasons why one parliament in the Osha parliamentary sittings consecutively for more than 15 days. So we are Sadiana Watumra Daben Yebedi hon enkomo. Adwoa Safo Obeba anase Oma will tell you what we know and the area Ekosiisen. You just have to keep it locked here on Asempa FM. Now yemfa details ninyina emremo. One of the big stories is why you follow up. Ochana will get you details of that. Efa Asante Dwabe. When is Asante Dwabe? As we speak, Omuni MCE. Now, the reason why information is exclusive are the Bremo. Asante Dwabe, why are Omuni MC? Very, very interesting reasons. Regional elections. Kwesi Parker Wilson, parliamentary affairs correspondent. Parker, akwa about saying. Now, what has been happening? And then our parliament.
Oh, and make us over a parliament. Issues are also declaration matter. Na or share a MP in assets. No be and declare the asset. Na also for file or tax returns and also. or somebody yes. Now this particular meeting, they are a person accountable. Now Parliament between I assign my way there. Then I was a Parliament in Nankasa. One more so a year transparent. Na Ghana for and they amount for him say almost so no and they have the right to hold the executive accountable. Or science or no, we make sure say there are system in place. Wow, we didn't want to listen also. Wow, the Kediano, or no speaker Abambabin, or better say, Betia Sakano. Because in fact, the impact and from my MP, it will be than a bear who between me Sakano. Now, for Parliament, or Meridian or image, now after for parliamentarians, so I'm going for Omodini Credit, my study, or faculty can be so, and the Ghana for Sika, and go bottom. Now, how would I do it? We are Speaker of Parliament, and also by a castle declaration, and they will say equally a binary public inquiry into a Achimota forest now. Yakikase, we are torn part of it because Omontia say Achimota Jumadia, and there was a binary was setting up a public inquiry. Now, call a year. Asempa forest in Canada. So now I make us a majority leader. Such as Bonsu and also Katai. No, none they have say as a declaration. And ma a year the special prosecutor. That's all Momoda or Sanka. Omutina Monday. Send a bear Sanka who will be a public officer. Then so what can you know? You don't actually when you cast Sena. The same to the Sana man or no such as Bonsu. Casse or say a year a bino and I saw mining in a. Speaker can say MPs no a year court ruling no. But speaker say we who what test we follow a year court rulings are a day a year implications to be a debra MPs no. Now all they say going forward or engage academia or engage a year now when a chairman want to say oh no start moving on I say instead of for your man papa onim academia for no onim intellectuals no. But Odidi said, Omwa, yadi omoba on board, no. Omamba interpret a court ruling, no, in a set of parliament in the area.
Now, on asset declaration, where did it come from? A speaker, no welcome address now, or hint, and not say, na a border because a year, who said, Fourth Estate, a issue, another story, say, brought about our conversation over Parliament.
Speaker no answer at the frontier or raise the issue of asset declaration. The Parliament starts almost there and access almost call recessor. Speaker, a man a welcome address. And I saw make here frontier says here. Speaker concerns particularly ASA. Parliament will hold the executive accountable. It is only to me without any concerns about MPs transparent. You see, the person come out here. It's for them to effectively execute the accountability job. I will say first, or shall say our Parliament. The MPB are a good declare as a one year no for ye. Why won't follow tax returns no for ye. It is BBR. I didn't negative this meeting, no accountability aspect of parliamentary job, no. It is we was the main thrust of the Speaker of Parliament about the concern. And Nunchi Oma or can't say a year MPs no more than Sabako declare
Amwaset. Okay, and the enemy say apart from Nioma Akoswo Hunyano, privileges committee.
Now, every point in time, I will say I made it for home airport. Speaker, yeah, call recess somewhere 1st week of April. It was clear. Say, 2 weeks upon resumption of Parliament, privileges committee, whether a privileges committee, almost share and almost share. They call the privileges committee for office work. When a clerk name couldn't come out, clerk to the committee couldn't come out. Now, Ochem will say, Oyami Motina. Committee in the best class. Now, almost modalities, on how the information be me. You know, the contacted chairman and I'm contacted a ranking. Now, I'm in charge of ranking in that German. Ranking here, Ricky Kuhiga, one and a ranking member on the privileges committee. Now, one on the children must say, and to me, share as a group. It is a normal banner. And we are the more China. For the first time after a year, speak at the directive. The privileges committee will meet tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, and I'm on the fashion out a modality. Need kind a year into opportunity. Henry Coty, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, may know what chairman is here. He will appear before a year committee, now or appear or be justify at the frontier for 15 seats. Samson a year double cabinet MP, Sarah Adrasafo. One no be share committee no Yami Adoma, a year Isiada. Into Henry Coty, Dabaman Thursday, na Adrasafo Abba, a year Friday. The following week, which is next week Tuesday, in fact, and the week prepare. Me sure say it be at the president Kennedy or last
Paka. My name baby Awujina. There is some terrible noise being the line. Maybe I was see a sign free will be. And let's call him back now for that terrible sound in the line. And the essential working lines we be Paka Wilson na yeneno atwaso edin. Well, let me also remind you, sir, the Lands and Natural Resources Ministry and Nkomo issue 2 statement. Bakon the original acquisition of Achimota Forest was done up until buying reclassify some portions of the forest at the Emma Owu family back. And most importantly, how government arrived at 361.50 acres. Statement only a short, bare 2 pages. And buying taking some decisions to stop the acquisition of some part of the forest, Ramsar site, the alleged Sir John Whale, name any idea. In the announced a statement, I remember so, Namababa kind Amamo Paga.
Yes, Nipa Miansano. Kennedy or Hine Japan, one and the bar last Namiadoma next week, Tuesday. Now, in Shemone said, or Casano Honfano, it will be too kind. For stand up here na Obaba Ghana hopefully 20 and a continue to say first idea or Kakosano here man who come Nakosano here manaba.
Okay.
So now or no about the last person into that Tuesday one no be share a committee now say no so you also can no swat now if you are then committee will now put it by next Friday on the submit on a report to the plenary for consideration. Now they are hoping that we'll be there. We inviting Diano, there were another invitation. In fact, Richard Hagan was clear, said, we'll be there one baby. A concerned MP is regarded a standing committee of parliament. And no, the speaker no Sa Akunyana, will be to meditate the seat vacant because one fabu and must be channel. And mind you, the privilege is across the high court, It's a high court. Richard Hagan say, a Joasafo and Cantrom Sawoma. And no, one of the we had my Friday. Or I expect to say.
When you any information be asked to say, Obeba and I say, do you know of anything?
The colleagues in him, so about so umbo, and so obabo, so umbo, but since that privilege is not a command, I also update before them on Friday. It would be on one interest, in her own interest, say, Obey appear, now say, now committee, no, they also more can on my casa. The committee, no Casabia, almost my ready. Thursday, on the share, you may be and your public, because your public interest. MPs represent constituents. Now, constituents, so move the frontier on MPs. I'm representing within that period, no mere absent. But however, the corner and
Okay. Paka, my nasi, Bibiani, a best answer in Comobio. Why? Yeah, that's a pa. Kwesi Paka Wilson, in Parliament. Statement from the Land and Natural Resources Ministry. First one, I am Sakai, dated 24th, which is today. Also, press release, Achimota Forest. Kwejo Owusu free development since 1921, near 10 pages. In the end, Wadodo into me 2022, in which the ministry committed to inquire into the allegations relating to the acquisition of parcels of land at the Achimota Forest and the Sakomono Ramsar site by the late former CEO of the Forestry Commission, Kwejo Owusu Sir John. Preliminary inquiries reveal that the alleged will in question is a subject matter of litigation or contestation in the courts. Further checks at the Land and Forestry Commissions, the repositories of the records of the land in question show no record of ownership of land at the Achimota Forest or the Sakomono Ramsar site by the late Kwejo Owusu Efriye. That said, given the totality of the circumstances of the said allegations, I, as Minister of Land and Natural Resources, have directed the Land and Forestry Commissions to deem any ownership of land both in the Achimota Forest and the Sakomono Ramsar site by the late Kwejo Owusu Efriye as void and are to take the appropriate actions accordingly. For the avoidance of doubt, the bequeathing of the aforesaid land, if established, will not pass any interest or title to the named beneficiaries in the alleged will. These lands, the subject matter of the alleged will, shall remain public land, whether or not it falls within the degazetted land pursuant to EI 144. Government will act on any improper acquisition of any public land, regardless of how it was procured, whether now or in the past, and the Achimota Forest land will not be an exception. Signed, Honorable Samuel A. Jinapo, MP, and a minister in charge of the sector. That's the statement I pay a buy. Inti Tiawamuano, a buy Echrimua. Say, asasi bi obi di ahye ne wheel mu se ode ma ne nuanom ne ma ne wofa asenom ne adena eya aban asase nko ade yes aban ede ne nsa ayeden atoto na in fact statement we ekyeremu a ministries o mo ye checks ewo land commission and afi forestry commission o mo hu se asase bia ni ho ena Ramsar site e wo Sakomo no so bia ni ho a ewo Kwejo Owusu Efriye land ne dey Kwejo Owusu Efriye and Charles Owusu no mo say omo ye owners. But there are two being sworn no in the name of companies be belonging to him. You know, I don't know say companies nso no company bia nso din ni ho no nso e woni asase ho ana say to saying those are some of the further questions ye be hwe ni akasa say omo de be yanka yenye nhwehwemu a public probe into Achimota Forest in Sensemi Enyina. But what's the position of the party? The National Democratic Congress, Communications Officer of the party, a lawyer, Sami Jenfi. Sami, akwaba na pom to saying.
Minya, Josu, on media chair, and what they were.
Yadanyamiase. Enti, meaning, was Uncle Moy, Achimota Forest, and a alleged whale belonging to Sir John near the Adeno, Etemo saying.
Yo, Obimedase, Medicain, Mamenchia, Achimota Forest Reserve, same way. Hochi pa na ade ya session na yareho se on Ghana ye japade colonial government pencil from 1927 ABC ni na ye nananom ye mpenyufo aban hodwe omo echesa asase no efa assessing because say yeto aba you say be di o man so obo ejapade no ho mai ema o man no eni chima eye wrong say obe yusu di drenani to me na ye di ama wo no na wode apre afom asesa o man ejapade dia ye wo oni wobusua ehuye Yewra Kojo Owusu Afie a dodo na afre ne say John. Yenim say ansa no nyame to ne sa afre no. Omanpenye Kufuado e pa no ye no ba no danima asoya omo de hwe Ghana kwaye nyina so Forestry Commission.
Asempa FM.
Achimota Forest Reserve ya e ho asema be. Emu nsase ye twetwe bibiama ana ono se sansase no owo bibiri ekeswe a ewo companies a yo no ankasa ne dia e totally wrong. So wo ye Banodenima Forestry Commission wo na bonisi wo ye custodian of all forest reserves in Ghana. And until you have foul, you try wonka near this edge manasha wonsa. Now we be used to say the brand instead of protect and yes sa any buo mai. Ye na nanom Kwame Nkrumah nom a champion nom by no mo ye ne sa. Enka ye man to forest reserve. Yen kai so hu say ye ka forest reserve once a month obi as my first degree. So I know the importance of a forest reserve or green vegetation. That is how important trees, green vegetation, forest reserve are to human lives. And the abroche krobi no wo so a ukona ko twed bia to twena ye titu ti set ye wakum nipa no. Even South Africa here pokura no ntimi ko twed bia to twene. Because they know the importance of their green cover. Eyesa kwama ye home ba ye mu no. Eyesa kwa ye ni nwie and a son in framana so making sure that ye home yakoye mu no. Yem from a papa, oxygen papa. Now the other Baba Bontena and Yanosono, Viano de Ayeguma, Ama, Swaba from Kama. So, Omayaja Padia, Yan Fanko.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, and for me for specifics sake in tea, say, okay, the will I make you rounds now.
There is nothing like Achimota Forest and Achimota Forest Reserve. But
that is what is in the whale.
But Achimota Forest is the same as Achimota Forest Reserve. Achimota Forest. He was giving us the location of the parcels of land he owns. And he says those parcels of land, no, Sansa Sena, and one of the companies, Dimu, Nemo Mayor, no, Diano, or see a Achimota Forest. And I made sure, say, Achimota Forest, and one year 21. And your colonial government at the time, a J, Sa Asaseno, a free, a Bushia Semua, or Modisi, Achimota School. 1927, and Omoyas no dear, Omode Bay Forest Reserve, and you're classifying it like that. And this Asaseno, the far will be Febia Forest Reserve as assistance. Because that entire land is classified as a forest reserve. And unti Benye Kufuado neba wumia na pauno. Se onko bo sa kwaye no ne Ghana kwaye aka ho ban no. Obekwa akosesa ansase no e de aye ne japade. Na ne wawu a odi eja ne wo fase no ne nana no. Even wetlands I friend Ramsar size as I see nsuo tata so a we are see for na nyina wo si ano kwan no. Abantenyi for like you run St. John na akwa. I think that is the government of the issue as the. But who Minister for Lands and Natural Resources statement or the aba and ne? Say abaya ye review. Na abaya ye review say at the Lands Commission say who Achimota Forest. Say John, an kind of one who say answer see a watch Achimota Forest. E wo no need him. Save one be on say no dear. He jointly owns it with Yenua Charles. Ya kani nyina no. Oka say ewo Faso Limited dimu ana DML dimu. But whether it is there or not, go why you want to see the people have to register the Lands Commission. So who check the Lands Commission you will not know. And yet they have built on it for ages. Obizoni za.
Yes.
And as I say no, abide the status or minor edge in Adia. Because in this ye peneso ma abusunya baako and then ipako baako e form o manager pade ekwati Ghana mra form o manager pade na mom the minister no wasn't going to twice or one fan twice as a political party. You will issues with me. Yeah, now about mountain young because Manso is in a way, and I will not go to court, and I dear because Obi will always treated as a private and confidential matter. And a man so now been rest yenim na any idea of. And we cannot just accept it hook, line, and sinker. Say, oh, Abai say, since I say John Fire or say or the immediately within the shortest possible time, audit of Achimota Forest Reserve in Saseno. Because assassin any heaven, I won't here, I was assassin. The minister no days or weeks to find out who are those or more quite Achimota Forest Reserve lands. Whether they are private citizens, whether they are NPP politicians, whether they are NDC politicians, the National Democratic Congress say, it should be shielded. Nobody, from the president to the vice president to ministers of state to even chief directors and civil servants to former government appointees, sure say forest reserve as I say na wakwa go to esika dia. Where to esika na go? Because forest reserve as I say, yen ton fancy dying. Yen ton fan ye de pe. Yen fancy dying, yen fa be commercial development. The issue I am quiet. Depends on that. You want to discuss what this John. It can only be the a start of ultimacy. But it cannot be the destination. It should only be the first of many. Because in Sasia Achimota Forest Reserve, you classify as Achimota Forest Reserve. And we must not protect them. We must go.
But Sami, the difficulty in practicalizing the position we take here as a political party would be, in my mind, would be, sir. So follow the 10 pages, on my chronology of the event since 1927. At a point, it is obvious, sir. The Owu family enya lease for 99 years from the government of Ghana, of course, from 2013 2014. Which lease Emma omo the authority to sublease into Ubehano omonso no Eden Sasni Bima woni nyina no aban kofa ne nsanto so sa na moka.
Oh, Obi, yen separate the issues, okay? Number one, there is an the issue of Owu family. Yes, you're more the pre-acquisition owner. Whether or not government is supposed to pay compensation for the Achimota Forest Reserve land, or whether or not that compensation must go to the Owu family or another family. Matters that a particular embremuno, abusuya A and abusuya B, and a right over this land, for which reason compensation should be paid to them. I am not aware of any decision from our course affects our issue. No, I did not have finality to it. I don't think I said we buy one cat of feed you so. Whereas governments held the opinion, say the Owu family the pre-acquisition owners or more deserve compensation. You've heard other families make contrary claims, say deserve. And in fact, there are other committee reports, okay, in history. So those issues deserve compensation. One. Now, when you are brought finality to that, then the question is that 2013, as part of settling the Owu family based on the petition they sent to the Mahama administration, which petition was a follow-up to petitions they had presented to the Kufuor administration, and so on and so forth. Some or in the letter from the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, that is Honorable Idris Afuseni, directing the Forestry Commission to enter into a lease with the family. Then, so even before I go to the question now is, then as 118 acres, a move where free wababe do 361.5 acres. After the reason you give in where, and also require investigation, so that if at all that family deserves compensation, and we are saying that we cannot pay compensation in the form of cash, because 99% of the time, you do a compensation, your money is cash. Near the change that thing, as I said, the compensation. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, but
why must it be
for three governments to come to the conclusion, say, Yema wan assassin, meaning say maybe that is what they truly deserve.
If you ever say you and Busiano, so what the information I have is that let's say why you're doing, and Busiano says oh you're crying, please pass. But if at all they must be compensated, 118 to 361 doesn't make sense. We will have to get to the bottom of that matter and know that if at all this family deserve compensation, what are they entitled to? And are we going to give that compensation to them in a form of cash or in a form of land? But given Obi, what it requires, and that takes me to, transactions, be it compensation in the form of land, moving from 90 acres to 118 to 148 to 198 and so on, and never do 361.5. You put it on hold. It should be overhauled. EI 144 and on I reclassify any precedent who can say almost America that it declares as it is forest reserves. That to me, the Forest Act of 1927 and the moment penny. So to me say or the CDA forest reserve. Or also to me say or Casa Sassano and your forest reserve will be. Name of Samarano in 2016, Parliament for a Mrafofro. I have found a land use and spatial plan. Say as I see the whole, including the forest. Now, a buying person or as I say no original use one. They can only do so with the approval of Mrashi Begafor. I just said Ghana Mrashi Begafor in Parliament at Yatumansa. So that power, Parliament, through the land use and spatial planning was reclassified 361.5 acres of the Achimota forest land and you no longer needed as a forest reserve. Embrebia Papa Biantechi. Enti Enyan to Enyantia. Aban Henry Gazette Assassino. Na yen wuse a forest reserve. Na owu family ni claims ni ade no. Yen aban ajo bi assassin wa the compensation. But yen make that final assessment ni yen wuse ampa they deserve it. Na what they are entitled to now, ye bet to me no without compromising that forest no. Ye di amawo. But you kind of saying say we will continue changing because any minister for Frosoba, every 361 they do 400. You never say I also do 1,000. It can have be a go including MPP for. Say wait there, abroso. Chronono is just unacceptable. No, I don't believe say Ekosiisen On Asempa they are also guilty, and I will not even be surprised if other officials of other governments are also guilty. No matter their political affiliation, they should be phased out or mining.
Yeah, but my substantive...
Lastly, answer our question, okay, BB said, based on the 2013 lease, Abusiana Atons as any bidada.
Yes.
Omotons as any as what? Because 2013 lease, as you are aware, gave them 118 acres and a forest reserve. And the lease, a copy of which I have, if you don't have, I can share with you, made it clear, say, they cannot sell or use the land for any other purpose. They can't use it for a purpose that is not compatible with the classification of the land and the adjoining lands. And it said, Yamawasa lease 118 acres. ana me hotel or wa sasa ase ne ye building permit kwa no se Ghana mra ye adwuma ni se kiyama saafo ni bi because obi won ti bi nkonkoto asase a ya zone no as baller na won kasa wo kwakosi residential apartments in so obi are you getting my point? So until I think I say forest reserve game no now from Kwesi Broni Penso Queen Elizabeth Penso Nkrumah Penso eba besi Mahama Penso as I say forest reserve in the no my busiani bi kra it could have only been used for a purpose compatible with that classification. I think the year try to reclassify a Senebeya.
You are also aware, sir, any future development would have to be with the consent and approval of the minister. The minister has said, sir, he will not approve any development running contrary to what that land should be used for.
That is I would say, and forest reserve. No, or Modiba Bedi Juma, and to me have forest because they are forest reserve lander. And I didn't think forest reserve. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So, EI 144 is based on the law. That Forest Act has been repealed impliedly by for an EI 154, right? Then the issue of politicians like Sir John Moore, and yes, Sir John, let's go into it.
You've made that point.
Okay. Then finally, the issue of a pre-acquisition ownership, let's bring finality to it. That's a second, from 90 to 361.5. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere.
My
we must look at the interest of Ghana. We must look for the interest of the people of Ghana, not the interest of any few politicians. Or more selfish interest in Tino, or more person. Asembia by Yankedon and Sassano is in order. Nobody can fault him. And yes, I might say, but we need proof. And yes, now still your faith because Ghana this government has a certain mentality say every scandal shall pass. Into 10 years, say John Sassen Yaji, Babako Yumia Faith, for. So say, development beyond Koso was assassin. And then they should move further to other people almost quite be. And make sure so almost the Yabedin Nama or minor. Yeah, we are pre-acquisition ownership, We can investigate court.
Very well.
Now compensation, 90 acres. Adia 118, Adia 148, Adia 198. Now, Baby do 361.5. I don't know for your real in Kosrana. I don't know if you know Edio Maya Brosa.
Same, Mamena Senior Fancy, Same Jemfi Ekasa Emma NDC sharing with us the official position of the party on this whole Achimota Forest controversy. Ekosiisen On Asempa. Let me also remind you, as I've said earlier, and from today till Friday, we are zeroing in on some details relative to venues abatono ebekoso ewo. Na me to just say for region 27th May 2022 and Omotoaba Oasis Hotel or Goso. So a Friday Kintampo School of Health Central Region 27th May, which is Friday, Dunkwa Ofin Nursing Training College and Omotoaba no. Northern Region Friday, Tamale Stadium, Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium. Northeast Region, and also Friday, Nalerugu SHS. Western North, and also Friday, Pastoral Center, was actually also. Osha Omoa Air on Saturday na. Saturday no Eastern Region. Omo to a Cultural Center Koforidia, Greater Accra, Trade Fair Accra, Upper West Region, almost Wasek Tech Institute, Volta Region, Jelukope, EP Church, Kita, Oti Region, Yabram Senior High School or Dambai, Western Region and so in Zimmermanley Complex, Ampain, Elembele constituency, and when we are Saturday and a Sunday one region, Sunday the any Bono Region, or Mono Air to our Pastoral Center in Sunyani. Venues, no, as we have them, we official from the party's elections directorate and I nemo etumi ache in the Monshan and so MIA. Afe no ma yenhwe and maybe we'll start with Greater Accra region. Na afe yahwe omo a ejina ewo Greater Accra region for this particular election. And after vetting of aspirants, no, we names are vetting committee, no, approve or certify so monobetimi ejina. So our chairmanship position na nipa mienu, Divine Otu Agohom, and Alfred Boy. First vice chair or unopposed, Joanum Van P, Ibrahim Tete, Francis Ebo Mensa, Jeffrey Osei, and Eric Nati. Secretary nipa miensa. Uko Sukura, Yefra Bantrebi, or Die Lai Paka. Or Die Lai Paka. SIA Ejina, on incumbent secretary. Yo Emmanuel Clotte, and a Solomon Asante. Assistant Secretary nipa mienu, Baba Seidu, and a Ben Kweku Asare. Treasurer nipa mienu, Rahel Tutu, Francisca Anyoko. Organizer nipa miensa, Prince Obin, Romeo Safo, Nathaniel Bosa. Sawoshe women organizer nipa and 94. Grace Echampon, Nana Eisen, Edem Atipo, and a Toshi Toto. Toshi Toto. What a name. Toshi Toto. Youth organizer Nipanum 5. Kwame Apenteng, Isaac Asare, Harriet Sewa, Moses Abo, and a Gabriel Anandia. Nasara coordinator Nipa Insia, Abdul Amid, Haj Ishak, Mumin Chum. Na spell amen. Mumin den Abaji. Haj Tikas, Camille Hussein, and a Jeff Kasim. In the Pension Agent say Nasara coordinator Kunyano or more air. Primakacha say for the whole of this week we will be speaking to some of the aspirants and we're a Greater Accra region. In the make say Edem Atipo ono agent for regional women's organizer or studio ha Kwame Apenteng Mero
on Asempa FM.
Apenteng Mero. On also studio original for youth organizer position. Mamene woni nkomo na fe yento aso Ekosiisen so high Asempa 94.7 FM. Kwame akwa beti saying
yenu aminu obi.
Bibi aboko.
Ewade adom.
Ujina onan so.
Ebe dey. Ejena so pa.
Edem Atipo na ete saying
Nyame adom.
Bibi aboko. Wabu ho de.
You started working last year. Last year March. Now we started.
Oh, okay. Indeed, but who decided how to contest, no? Did you expect say Nipa 4 never contested for this position?
In fact, I was expecting more than 4.
Oh, sir.
Yes. I was expecting more than 4.
You seen Edem Atipo that yourself and a Toshi Toto. Who name any of them? Do you know them?
Yes. Send you in a party for.
Incumbent and Kobio.
Oh, only number 1.
Oh,
intermediate woman organizer for Tema West.
Oh, Tema West. Now you men organizer for Tema West. In the one Kobio
on Asempa FM.
And now step here down to prepare for regional.
Yes.
Inti why
start with my vision and my mission.
Okay.
My mission first is to have a very resilient women's wing to help break the 8. And my vision is to have a very resilient wing, women's wing in Greater Accra, to stand the test of time. It's not only when it be a minisokra. At least I've built a very, very formidable and then a force to reckon with wing. I'm in New Accra, a bit to me.
My age,
exactly. And I'm a woman organizer at Tema West, no. Me and Yama Baby.
Okay.
I'm a Bois Coastal and within Accra.
Okay.
Intino, me my woman organizer, Yama we na me, no person me boba kumi no amebo. And I'm me nim say me de twaswa. You bet to me I retaining our seats and lost seats in Yebe reclaiming. And to break them in.
We need.
Yeah, we need.
Okay. And then when P why?
Honorable Carlos.
Oh, Carlos Ahenkra.
Yes.
Okay. And the nyama mienu bi also here wo ho na yeden.
Okay, nyama mienu bi am here no baako edimu adult education. Now adult education wo behwe a sebio ema right. Ema ma bebre ba school even in memakra ba school. Ebi wo honum so a ye nkyira de be yani say ye be kyire the party na ye free SHS ayaye ye efeni say planting for food and jobs. Misan wo women's wing farm. Misan wo women's wing pedigree. Inti sanya ma we na ema on
constituency women's wing no na wo farm.
Ye wo farm, ye wo pedigree.
Proceeds ne kwahin.
Proceeds ni wo constituency ni oba bi wo hono ma ohia bibi kakra. Un say wo ye woman organizer. And the next thing am ye ni say Nasara wing no. Asa ya ni ebu ye ni eguso kakra ba ye women's wing e wo Nasara. Enu so ya dia me holding in a pint, a very, very strong way to my west. And in fact, me cry to me, Haja Sakina. Intino, no, your church members or town ice water. The Mianis ice water, I will say 500 cities, 200 cities. So I couldn't mass of cubes, Canima. Into the Yanis, a metal insure, Kakanka, Namidiama, Obiso Betchi Bayre, Metal Bayre, Namidiama. Into Sadia, we pa and mano, and my yenya, a very, very strong wing, what my west. My nya and sit my west, crab me yet for other constituencies me gidi say mami akwenya na me ba ebe ye regional woman organizer nyama bebre eye miensa me de ato wodi ye ni bebre na akwa bibi
okay
ti mebo miensa no ba ko ye Cobent COBENT constituency based enterprise meet na say near identify business a bit to me a generate sika being it a minister being it nikenike bi edibesi baby ana say efeni say fufu machine bi edibesi baby I disika ni papa kakra I be to me they are supporting constituency no e wo Greater Accra eno ni ba kwa meye Cobent and a second one WEH a women empowerment hub of things in place. Sorry, one communication. Ye ba Greater Accra oba ba ko pa I stand to be no kadia kanina asa ye nyayen because ye training ye nim se ye beka no odi oba bi se beto radio so onim kasa no be se ye training no nti me ba me the money na bebom ne be hwehwe sa emba no not forgetting the traditional media ye call marketplaces na ye bom modini e cheche man because police station executive training into all tony gari ni mekono no ka 11 asem no ka efeni sen nyama ya asem eche nipa na or to ade it will sell a lot. That is under the efeni sen women empowerment hub and ubahu ye mame aslawusu Lydia Lassa tap the experience. They should mentor us into to me mentor us now ubon se party my de what you see first lady about regional office. I'm sure everybody will run and get closer so that we get close, all of them on board, and it will help to break the Zamenia training. So the blueprint and what I should do as a woman organizer, meaning me police station woman organizer and other executive, we all don't know. It is saying the pim into a me jumano en cheda endimu. Into nyamia dum nom dia kwenya ni mame as regional woman organizer come Saturday. Dear Mayani say I'll have to train every woman. And man, you be train you be orientation courses among no so cut down. They will train the last one a PSF. Me musa as regional constituency women organizers and all other wings like youth, like the Nasara and everything. Yeah, should have programs because we don't have the logistics. MP anya no bema. Intino as regional one organizer, I should have a fund where I should get all this money into the fund. Intino one organizer, I should do a program quarterly. Every quarter, a woman organizer or a Nasara women's wing, or even there, you should have a program that will shake the constituencies. Into where the part was say people will get to know what is happening in the women's swing. Be fun into my frano. Yeah, and woman say breaking the AIDS no. Enye bibi gidi bia. It's just that obeying the constituency na. So we are going to decentralize everything and then we'll break the AIDS together. Into misre minegu form. Greater Accra executives. Obien himself lishirini na ewi. Made the video. Me so minegu form. Silver and gold have I none. Sikani jute mini bisa. But akudia You bet to me, the aqua me break here 18 year. Inshallah, me to me, dodo. It's me sromo, in panyepe, ye dang baby on me. Panyepe, I mean, assigning and yamuni to no. Saturday bano, ye hammy, ye women kaya, ye vote.
Things are a see when it's so bad, and I would want to believe, sir. Currently, Nyadia AC and Koso.
Debbie, and Nyadia and
Koso. It's not happening.
It's not happening. I mean, we don't have your casa yet training poor, and that's even constituency, especially constituency women organizers. Most of them lost not because they didn't work, but because they didn't have the logistics. About over 20 women organizers. In a moment, this abrim. Me to me, yeah, me dear. Ebwa men to me and boy baby. Intinu say to me the academy sanyama way na or da or better. Say oh or fufu machine be a generate sika. Ama constituency no. Intinu say anajo obi friend say ne buy obi because and now my friend say me pertensi this way nyama me. No cranny nyame maybe I no need certain cities no because there's nothing that is generating money for her to help the constituency. It's nyama when we na training yanya Obi Sam say, what is the blueprint of a woman organizer? Obi Beka say, yeah, meeting and now we are fighting to get food done. It's something she has to do. It's Onim said, obey you. She has to let other people do it so that she'll be part of the decision making.
O background here then.
Me pacho me my master's is entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Me friend saying strategic communication with AUCC. Me say diploma in aviation industry for the 22 years.
22 years.
Yes. In fact, I'm the first female aircraft marshal in Ghana.
Oh, really?
Yes.
First female aircraft marshal
in Ghana.
Marshal no then.
Yes.
Ah. Oh, you are the first female to do that.
Yeah. And now we have over 15 women doing it.
That's interesting. And you blazed the trail. Yes.
So your mom is great Accra. I will turn it around.
That's interesting. Wow. And she's vying for the regional women's organizer position. Dynamics in Ghana increasingly youthful. And for youth organizer, my position is very, very, very critical. First position I will vie for in the party.
Pacho Devi.
What hold the position be that?
If you're polling station.
Okay.
And you be hold the constituency. Me indi kan chair for. Me chair for you know ma jebrese we yom beti Asempa. Na o matie ye pre-position as an executive. And me call constituency. Ebe ye constituency executive for Kankwe North.
Okay, Queen North.
Yes.
Okay.
And sisi an ye pija yemu. I call regional youth organizer.
The constituency now we're doing
constituency youth organizer.
Youth organizer, okay, yes. How many terms?
One term.
One term.
Yes.
Okay, North should be Isa for saying.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. As the also Babe regional.
If we're putting things in perspective, it is not standard and fit for purpose. Purpose, nene say youth wing, no. And penufo edi share your constitution, name say a strategic. Now attract a certain group of people. Okay, you know, 18 to 25, no, or different expectations. Or 25 to 33, or different expectations. 33 to 40, we munina ye age bracket ye from youth, no. Now we udi say anymore. You should reflect their hope will be translated across the whole country. Now me jidi say your current youth wing as a stance, no, does not serve that purpose in terms of its mobilization, opportunities for the youth. Grooming and mentoring, advocacy, and the welfare. It doesn't address these needs. So that to make it attractive for the teaming youth, some Babedom MP.
Real.
Yeah.
There are human beings who make up the youth wing of the party in the region.
Yes. Now, share Ekobian, so no, I say MPP Amanyoko. Your opposition, our strategies should be different. When we're in government, a strategy, so I said down soon. Now, our government mobilization no any campaign. At that particular moment, they would be asking themselves, how has the party impacted we as individuals? Now, in a scene tono kesi na wo because us for ye nuano ye budwa petty traders ye was skilled ye skilled way policies bebre and initiatives bebre eguapono so ese mebu no enya so mfaso. But the youth, when you come to opportunities and mobilization, they interrelate because when you mobilization when you have not impacted their lives. And was not serving the purpose of pulling opportunities to these smaller groups now.
Party and what's that record I would about on board? Our youth for Nebeka say, apentinya opportunity to work North or ye say in the Cassia man will be to me aye or record then.
Senya okay, your power, your strategies near different. It's no more your NEIP or ho. Ye were YE or ho. Ye were facilities. These institutions need na year Jumama Ghana for but we as a party no yen crofo ninya so mfaso a enna omutimi bedi adanse no top hierarchy na emu ayedru na de ye hwehwe ne nsatimi aka in my own small way my year party head office for since 2014 with their IT department because that is actually my background. Now problems in be say ya eba facilitation, nurses posting, there are genuine reasons why we remkoshe. But other youth organizers now omunya opportunity to meet in Pennyfu no omobre. And so you soap making, any beads making, handicraft no for omo person yesano. You were hawkers and so omo kweku. Into yene savings and loans and siena jina say you be facilitating national NEIP. Or start a business now that is where you have to the party will be in a better shape. No more betia na ubi aden ho.
Apente constituency a ufrimu eba no. Yeah. UMP lusui elections no. Meaning say as the organizer of the youth, our youth population is on a door no. Yeah. Why anya wadwuma ye?
It is a contributory effect and leading to the loss of the constituency. Yes, because as it stands now, no, the base is united. I would not want to dip in or put salt in Ubia Krum. But going forward, no, yes, sunya dear free, yes, sunya BBF free, dear atu yenim. It won't happen again. Because you build the party in Abedube. We've restructured the base. A new set of polling station executives have taken over, coordinators and constituency executives. Now, your best say near a tremono, your money, a yauni, a pain, a yauni, one crofomono, a sandiaba. In the Obi, me church much party for. It's a party for share a party.
What me a constituencies nina?
Obi, but I say, Metimia ye canons on me him say, a nedi and menani or chine.
Delegating an air trauma youth organizer.
Obi, me that say. At the regional level, no, they all play all.
Oh, and they all play all.
All play. Elders and patrons. All members, all executives, members within the region or more national council. So, the elders or more national council. So, 750. Yeah. Cents. But we will pull a surprise.
Ubet me winnie.
Yamea don't want you be winning. Is a 2 million now we're radical. It's over Ponica Cradium.
Now, Mero near there.
I know you me nickname. Me share a me fear see a media grow ni boy entire I want so no boys never told me. Nah, me background is typically IT person.
Oh yeah, IT person.
Yes, IT and law.
Okay.
The first degree is in IT, second degree is in law, and a master with people and also how to organize yourself well within the political framework, so that in times coming, no, we the youth can take up and work for the party.
One thing I've realized, speaking to, I remember saying some of the more TESCON guys nearby, they say, "Who puts our more party, no ideology?"
They don't know.
Some of them don't know, and these are guys from constituency. These are the constituency on more than.
There is a big challenge.
So we say now work North.
Yes.
Say university tertiary campus be our constituency.
It's under my jurisdiction.
Yes, and the test conference still come
that is another portion. The party is very deficient. It's BJ Darocha, Dr. How capitalist we are, and we are shifting to the center a little bit. Ninano, youth 2012. And ebi muso year 2012, San to about 2016, and San year winning power. Emebune also see ano. Omonte party na say inti adwuma na eye den mo. Bijidi say that is why we need to ignite the spirit of patriotism. Democracy of Ghana. Look at MPP versus IGP, MPP versus GBC. These have transformed how things are done in this country. And the youth are not told this. They don't know how MPP say I'm looking for the immediate reward. But in Pennyphone year 2008, in 2016, no, if their patience and zeal, no, and our love for the party, patriotism, no, anyone we wouldn't be here at this moment. That is why I say we should reignite the spirit of patriotism. That can only be done when the ideology and the history of the party is properly taught to the youth.
To the youth.
Yes.
So now there is this release from the nominee for the position of Chief Executive of Joburg Municipal Assembly charged. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has charged the nominee for the position of Chief Executive of Joburg Municipal Assembly, Alexander Kwabena Safo Kantanka, with 26 counts of corruption in respect of a public election arising out. Mr. Safo Kantanka will be arraigned before the High Court, Criminal Division, Kumasi, on Wednesday, 1st June 2022. A video be echo viral. Na time confirmation of MMDC's air cosono Joburg Municipal Assembly. Na I say ebi mo sign your musika koma nominee in this on sign for the sika. And the special prosecutor took notice and after investigations, on my charge pay with 26 count of corruption. Kumasi. That same municipal assembly for MMDCE, that constituency, MCE for that constituency, replacement, as we speak, Joburg municipal, need MCE. Why is it delaying? Good afternoon, Obi. Do you know that the number 1 is a number of divinity? Chairman Divine is already ordained from the God of divinity, and he is number 1 on the ballot. So I entreat all Greater Accra delegates to vote Chairman Divine to break the 8. I also entreat the godfathers of our noble Osno fraternity to talk behind the scene for the Baumia Alan pair so as to consolidate that Kwesi Barcelona. It will be Chile and all the way about. We say, good afternoon, Obi. Happy birthday to Mami Efua Bochi Ewusi of Crystal Heights International School, and special greetings to Honorable Alexander Kwamena Afenyomakin and Champion Apintin Kwame Mero, Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer, hopeful Nana Kwame Opasco, Ewo in Sawem. I love her courage and the way she answers her questions. I wish her all nice as
yes, and that is what I love to. Yes.
Edem Atipo. The change maker.
The change maker.
No, way too much. Way too much. We say, good afternoon, Obi. As for the chairmanship position, Divine I go home to give us at least 4 policies he intends to Kwabnama for the way about it. 4 policies are Obama
on opportunities.
Okay.
Mijidi say abayna yejuma ye pa. Yes. So first policy, is impacting lives.
Asempa FM.
Mobilization is to impact finance. As it stands now, youth wing ni account number within the youth wing, it is going to be the reason why your members. We are going to create opportunities for connect you to get work events, tell them about the party and ignite the spirit of patriotism. And maybe a tremono now agitation says start test in history maybe a free and we're going to have a welfare structure. It will be specifically for during election, but in Siachi Baba in a all out. Yenyanum bi akọ mo krechi abranom ye youth organizers omuja nkwalawe na megidi say ye set up ye fund kakra no so to cater for ye youth organizer for 4 years, not a single time. The regional youth wing say one mebu no montena ase na monye ti bibi na nsa anka ni manim ya na ebre kakra bi ebeko youth organization polling station for no and a frefre dom no emom beto abama party no but base ebe capture polling station youth organizer no na sesa party no wo mabrabom na ye o makono so say omba beta party na chi
very well. A vibrant young man to shake up the base to make up into assisted me to get scholarships or guest us. This one says that that's you, Kwame. If he has a voters Rashid or always a good afternoon, Obi. With the angry youth leadership into, we trust Kwame Safo NPP Knee Boy Town and on for 2022 victory. And then one constituency he lost it. How then is he fit for this? And away, but there was open answers be the now that Kwame Apintin that we are solidly about. This one says, and also the NPP delegates in the Western region are voting has issues with her MP and Honorable Carlos Samir, astute man for the youth in Greater Accra. He's worked at the party headquarters for many, many years and has got a right mother and sister in your studios for me. Please ask Epa and on the way Abba. We say Obi. Let me give the opportunity. My main started with Atipo. Allegation.
Intino, everyone said with the beginning issues. I went all out, me campaigning, me making sure. Say the results is what we are looking for.
Now when people lose on seat.
When lose on seat. And I worked so hard. I had 3 policies. Me were 3 strategies. I mean, yeah. We don't know mujina traffic. Masho muja. Iti minya mukasa we pay mutuma MP Carlos so mutuma na now. The third one was a Jehovah Witness. Yes, Jehovah. We break the ice. Near breaking ice, near ball point, near mouth sanitizer, called COVID neighbor. Any no smart sanitizer, near preaching a crab about COVID just to break the ice. Ye we are near the MPP in Sematwaso. Into more feedback near Dina, and I'm the Akoma MP, a baby. So, I mean, results in the media minya.
Also, abandoned constituency
and a very powerful power. So, Kwame I go into the issues because in Penny 4, any yatna se ajojo ehu kwan a identify the two dwa bia na ebi mo akofa mu abana omako they count
na if you are the panonym no
minimum no pa
okay
na me wo krom ha ne to aba no
okay
me wa ha ne to aba. I was in charge at the party head office in charge. I was there 2020 to manage basis I dispatch for all of the party's membership IT system. So I have always been there for this party. And maybe a school no your power, we create opportunities for our people. Your position, we work hard with the hope say your power you be a frame. Your party nyamenya enchade your buy there is a policy to uplift the youth within our party. Educate the University of East London to study information security and digital forensics. Through airport, and I'm a friend of constituency, and I have pictorial evidence. I went straight from the airport to the campaign grounds to do house to house. That is how passion. Let's look at the party interest first, and whatever the party interest, maybe Obi, I will not.
Messages are as a mummy and interest a woman no doors. Well, messages the doors. If I don't take time, I am sorry. Encore, my mama, the next 1 minute each, and now speak to delegates. Tell my law school mate Mero that inshallah God will see him through with his experience and dedication to the party. And also greetings to OKT in Western Region contested the way about this one says and better to the table. 2024 is an intellect. I think all contestants in the 16 regions must be applauded for having the future of the party at heart. At the end of the contest, all must come together to work in the interest of Aminti Oban Sanano. Obi kindly wish my good friend Miss Sewa Akoto of the NLA Day of Fair and I know the way about Sewa Akoto or NLA Human Resources Department. Happy birthday to you and live to be 94.7 and beyond. Madam Atipo, ETO.
Yo, I mean, pure Madeye inye number 3, Felicia Edem Atipo. Nyebi asi, mono imbanyengo. Nichumyo nye leka mape, nye nanini mpe, nye manye mape, ne wa break 8. Mikoto jegu form. Number 3, Felicia Dematipu for regional woman organizer. Muntu mame.
Okay, mami.
Ide wire phone shikie. Mikpanyefai. Greater Accra, one tower ni paper. Nye vote hami. Nye iradon.
Nye vote hami. There's a Montwaba mame. No, Felicia
and you for a sia hene. More Greater Accra manteneda. Ye kotwaba. Ejim penyufo amama be di a party nenim. Break the 8 na ye kano. Echemonsem abatwo na mo say youth wing na wo sisia no enyina ne na so enya mo nkai mu nua Kwame Apenten na mo nto aba na ma me da number 3 ki ke ha me ni ba hie wo party ahie ye regional mi kpanye fire ke ni wa break 8 ni wona he said down mo ke ha wo hi ni government mi ake wa atuni a party okay mi she aba no
Enti Kwame Apenten Mero and Moten and Kano aspiring to become youth organizer for the party in the region, and Felicia Edematipo and so aspire to be women organizer for the NPP in the did like my brother Appington to lead the youth. Appington go for go. Not your DAC. We wish you well.
Thank you.
Thank
you so
all the best. Super.
It is say yakoya nim no yebema ye na ye ntiatia wa ha na yabe ye ne amanfo abekye party ne ho nsem.
Very well. That's it. Yes, we are Kwame Appington. I'm telling Kano. Ekosiisen On Asempa FM. Let me. You realize a stream no air kate ya pamucho mumfanje especially a tier 4 ne yahwefo amoama no ne please bear with us stream ne kate but you can thing really lost in the moonshine and so MIA. Some of the regions no aspirants ain't me meka yen studio and will be doing some of them no on phone a few of them and what pon akwa ko do fear there are other opportunities that will be to menya etie slash podcast ubit ma download podcast or afin so no you can Apple Overcast, Amazon Music, Audible services, Amazon Alexa, and a Google Podcast. And they don't miss the latest in news. And please take note. There is some other good news in so some share na mitimi enemo eche. Na ansana no se opese ujisika efri onamfofo wabusuafo ho e wa amanone at any of the 114 CBG branches nationwide without difficulty. More World, UnityLink, SIG Pay, Transfast, ATL Money Transfer, S-Remit, and Pay Angel. I'm so Western Union. And the mebubo yeni nyina so a okọ CBG branch bia obetime yusika. CBG branch bia. You can visit any CBG branch. You have your money in your hand. Unti bibiaska fresh CBG on 0302 216 000. Acceptable ID card for all financial transactions CBG. It is a any of the 114 branches nationwide. It was a now update your records using your Ghana card. CBG, we stand with you. Mama yentie we emra ye
anasa open nema foforo de agu office ana wo fie da ya adwuma ana nema dada na wo use na pesa wo sesan ene na category mania promo koso sesia wo Compute Ghana open mobile phones na ato anasa wo ye adwuma wo fie na nso atese ne wo ye adwuma office a wo nya laptops ene printers ato fesika kakra bi betoto nema bebrebe efise Compute Ghana tete nema sokra fra Compute Ghana was 0302 7520 and now 0243 143 143. When they also download your Compute Ghana app no iOS and Android. Obeti share your internet so www.computeghana.com.
When I say when you drive fair what you say? We area in Wampa ko Agbeve Herbal Hospital. Now bet na si ahwe wo ma ene onana no. Agbeve Herbal Hospital. Ehọ na abef fidie pa. Adaje na krokra nurse fo na doctor fo no. Ede hwe
Asempa FM.
Nduro ya enam yes yare no kra womanum bonso da form kra grand machine papa ade yehwehwemu nam say no illness or disease can hide scan kra no twa wankasa woni sema wo hwebie awo na wo Agbeve Herbal Hospital ho a afidie ne bekere no amman afie no opposite ho a bibia na no afre won 0302 420
Hey driver, you need a brepa. Option as any so for sika ma esisia.
Atisa, what's up? Oja, me battery ninye. And na oil no so. Why no so here then? Irata Motors Aquafa Speed Mate batteries. Papa, fully synthetic.
Ewunia, for Speed Mate battery mami. Na me from Komra sesia. We are straight to Irata
445268.
EcoBank, me damase.
Sure. Cow Bank Auto Finance Packaging T. Koyen card dealers ahudu PI no one ye adwuma baby a. Aka no kenyina. Your mount interest rate ani boawo from kra. Preto free 08 and Pan African Bank.
And now we are seeing a woman. Obia wa school. Our form upon my year, and Obia wa year of IT and entrepreneurship. Programs are edim puntuani ye dieba, and quanomoye. Ebit to say computer basics and office administration, graphic design, video editing, and 3D animation, software engineering, network and cyber security engineering. Nadia Ede wo Uniat Asay any say. Course was 85 IP certification. Ubesenya and American formal. And our friend 0547 966 966. 054.com. UNIYAT.com. Unia.
Yari yo ya we ya. Anase yari mo honam ene wona nyina ya we ya ama ya na ayetichiriti. Ene wo eboa ma ofichi kromu ya wo ebrase na esiesie nipadua no amwo gina ba. Ebeti wo ya wo se te apemfo ene abanti a wo ma wo manofo ene nkwada wo nyamfie dumienu entimi num 322-2769 and 055-667-534.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord.
Ina enkodan rockstars. Wonso wo kromo pa, wo dwen ho sen.
Wo contract and wo nimnie ko. Ghana ha de, ene ho aka de. Asum Ghana for.
Enka yesi ya no mu die nso ebo.
Eni adufudie dia. Free rockstars na won twa wontum.
Hey, lala Didi. Didi lala. What worry has some? Hey, danson. Tomato sauce na egu hono so. Hey, you rich. Yes. Hey, piece of wo. Inti eme dwane ne dey strong kon. And nam no say.
Asempa FM.
Nam to be gumo. Not in any terms so. Honey. Oh papa. Oh you ma. Me jo. Me just say. Jollof, Gary photo, rice and stew. And piscine gravy dey. Africa queen mackerel ni mo. Inti me nyina wo.
Say so download my HD Plus on mobile devices so now we'll link to my HD Plus decoder no a busumi bia unya free data now they are TV or baby a bia commodity TV dealer bia and chain and I enjoy no feely.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita mi amike. Ecobank me damase.
Shy, count and yo. Osei Ecobank, yeah cruising.
Bonsu bet me cruise wo wankasa ukebo. Esani Ecobank your mouse special discount. Ecobank side nhihye pa be boa wo etua ka ne ho kanyina. Your mouth interest rate ani boa wo from kra. Ebebri mu ani so. Oh, so woni accounts wo Ecobank amane how kra. Sa kwanya ye da ho mo bia. Entien so sa ka ne ho da keke. Abebu awie. Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa kwa Ecobank.
Returning to Ghana from the 8th to 10th June 2022 at the Accra International Conference Center. Companies will be showcasing their latest products and services in the water or exhibit. Visit www.ace-events.com or call 0556 304 521.
Fresh Lady Capsules. Ebwama ma omutia wo mufichikum.
Nemum opemfo oba wo mo manufo ne akwada wo ni fiedu mienu ka ho. 0243 559 319.
FD Ashoshe Jadi enkra to emu agya to mu se eye.
Fresh products. #Bobra.
LPG I am from a jar and hotse. Nanso se ehu beti ama wo agi se wo de adi mpana buebue apono ne mpomanu nyina eba ne saa a men so ana menum biara edi nyina mahoden eye adwuma dundum eja biara a waso wo ho na frɛ onimdifo mano mmehwɛ mawo fa semina nsuegu mframaja tontru wano ano se wo hu ahuro a na kyerɛ se atue ampa ta ehwɛ se ruben na etwe mframaja no hu ntue na ta hwɛ se mframaja ne ho asɔde no adum abre biara wo
habaya dankasa me come chirawo aye 2022 ni 6-time champions and etie gina sano why winning no one itia the headquarters of Ghana Sports Asempa 94.7 nafi everything na dobro ya de bre watermani akra wa akra no mayensia wo Jewels Lounge Bar and Restaurant our my 7 roundabout wa at the same time waterma mayensia wo Passions Bar and Restaurant Community 10 ye kukuru chance screen and see one watch a match in live send live commentary bro asatera ye be chat dia me nsakwa anika samba ko ne celeb jesi ni enhia aye UEFA Champions League final Limp Passions Bar and Restaurant Community 10 DSTV ni Go TV kan ho enmeku a asia sibi nso ne nadum garlic bitters nafa as
Asempa FM
94.7 Asempa FM Sunni after 4. We have an Ebekwa Din Komokaka on phone. Nipano Edorson. And they would have been told, sir, Udweni extreme ewo where is this area? Christ, will be a filling station, be a junction, be ma Charlie. They are gotten the details. In Tini Pakron Utiemia, but just send the details, the area and specifically Yen Shasi in Komo on phone. Awake purified drinking water in Suya account for Emamo Debia in the Mesremo say Obama Unsa Etumia Kebis, Obenum Unsion Quadia, awake purified drinking water. A buy in different sizes. You want and for your offices, do you be and also be to me abwao. If you want to see a and it is send me where I was a catch bottle bar could be our to be a million cities area buawon. Fre 0262 351 251. So open. Okay. And then so I shall say air to tunnel. Bebrena and I am worried. The impact of the man for them areho min Canada da. It is very, 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 very heart-wrenching. Ain't it here? Sir, I was so bow with Japadi and Hobine, now bohun, ain't it more walls, ebubu,
Ekosiisen On
more
Asempa
concrete
FM.
rooftops, in so asano, mobile cement, and we use in here. You know, ain't it? It's the time to proof your works and also learn the best ways to damp-proof and waterproof that property. Join the Saint Gobain Weber team. Everybody in now buying at the amount. Damp-proof and waterproof. Kama. Now, your special training session be on Thursday at Chinechi Pentex Road, opposite the new China Mall. As a contractor or a home builder, come and learn about the various solutions. And seats are limited. Into Mone Dian, okay, ending come on 0556 486 342. Na yen konko kyerɛ dam proofing any waterproofing how ye no e de bo properties home buying wall wo balcony wo rooftop bi ne masons ne ade de amutie me no mo mfrɛ number we care ma yen kwa homa no ne yen kɔ Western North region na omo dɔɔso kakra yi be north sa chairmanship position where Western North region capital is as you also. First Vice Chair Nipa Mienu, Ernest Nkrumah, and a Janet Amankwa, Secretary Francis Afenyo, Organizer Nipa Mienu, Key John, Women Organizer Nipa Num appear, Youth Organizer Nipa Miensa, a free Chenebo Akwesi, Gabriel Do, and a Gabriel Anoche, Nasara Coordinator, Nina for the Nasara Coordinator, Western North Region. Yen Shasiawa, Chairmanship was in Medical Kazini Nipa Mienu, incumbent near William Benjamin Isuya. Mr. Isuya, kwa bana pom to say, we are sure.
Oh, very sure.
Ain't it? Nyame ya domo a. Say mo election ye fear dey on.
Fear.
The delegate ni saying.
We are 196.
Oh, 196.
Yeah.
No musa sa. Na we no anya mu be saying.
Oh, say me
confidence so be winning.
Of course, say I'm in church for. Na me chair mo nyina so mo am who ko election mo you assess yourself. Say election me ko meet me an win and na me what say could do say I win. Because Western North predominantly maintaining Omuti. Western North, you're able to maintain our seat. And a difficulty. Maybe so my just I see I'm see regional office me show we now I'm going to win.
So you also say okay.
I remember.
And at that period so and a contombra.
Yeah.
And now say wo free body. And body seat need you.
I'm a general phenomenon across the country. Now, who going to contact who opponent say on nobody with 3 seats in you don't come on radio and say, but of course, I'm better.
MCC are now first time one away.
Me first time one number say maybe by 19th May 2019.
Na then Obia what your first term every na Obi contesting.
Oh, we see the ticker. No, mammy, so me boka. Well, no one so I don't know only one uncle said, my catcher and say, my name is now, Obia eko.
And you would wish, sir,
everybody should go on his own or his team. Oh, Juma, we no. And I bet you say.
Anyways, ain't he? You better a fiada. You who say venue no ye pastoral center. I was actually also on. Okay. Anyway, no delegate.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, not so. But the only distance I would check a cry, but you be host to a more hotels. That was serious. Until hopefully by 3-4 o'clock, then we are down.
Omunyina your more constituency elections ni BBA. BBA near on Monday election near Friday. Inti on Monday nyame adom e be se di nkomo bio. Why?
Martin me the Martin.
Ye di nkomo and still out of
all right.
William Benjamin Isuya, incumbent regional chairman Western North region and amatesi eneno edi nkomo. Enti ono no nipa mienu na ejina wo ho. William Benjamin Isuya seat miensa Seshuyoso, which is the regional capital seat, no. The MP on the science so environment, science and technology minister, Dr. Kwekwe Free. And almost also crowd the Seshia Kontombra seat. No? And there were issues in the 2016 elections in the NDC. And my NDC need be called independent candidate. And our MPP candidate ne far on air then. And many thought say na MPP candidate be one term because apparently na NDC for na party up with differences in the other. But still the time on Western North no ono ba be deputy regional minister in the Akontombra seat in that cry MPP and na Bibi ani anwa so be kwai Alfred Obeng and a MP ho. It's been the only seat for a long time. Now MPP we need that. But Bibi ani had always been with the NPP. Into a brief way about the Western North. Apart from those 3 seats, all the other constituencies, from Awurin, which is Enchi, to Swaman Dadieso, capital near Dadieso, your friend is saying, a Sam Debisoho, Bia East and a Bia West. Bia East and Bia West. But maybe you bet me at the year. Yeah, chairman in Dede. And here Western is also Western regional. Chairman or on the post Francis in Dede Sia Eko on the post. First vice Nipa and 9-4. Nana Kwesi Ansa Asafuanche. Constituency chairman was Sekado Keten, Jogate constituency. He was constituency chairman for a long time. Second vice chair non so Nipa 9 air contested. Anthony Kwame Ama, Jonathan Ayepa Amwa, Michael Asariapia, and Cromwell Onua Wonto BCU. But any no Yejuma it was your for National General Secretary. And Nipa Naya air contested secretary of Western Region, no Charles BCU in count. Okatechi Amankwa a frifa. Oko Western Regions is your National Service Secretariat boss our Charles Kobina. Charles Kobina, the cry. Charles Kobina doesn't mean him no. But my name Dominic. Okay. Dominic Rex John Fear. Ono a secondary constituency secretary and your regional secretary. And Emmanuel Akwa. Emmanuel Akwa I regional communications director for the MPP of Western Region. On also a call for secretary. Assistant secretary, Nana Ajwa Apia. Franklin Ej Dramina. Abdul Buhari Osman. Abdul Buhari Osman. Why? Any efia. Former Kwesimintim constituency secretary. You know and Joseph Yaobedu. Organizer nso nipa mienu Amwaben Owusu a champon. And the incumbent Abdul Ganiyu Mohammed. Hey, organizer and the Moshio Western Region. Amwaben Owusu a champon, a former. I think he's now the YEA boss of Western Region. A former youth organizer, I think. And Abdul Ganiyu Mohammed, a NADMO boss of Western Region, or incumbent regional organizer or science or Akobio. Youth organizer Nipa Mienu, Benedict Ade, and Osajifo Atia Kwao. Women organizer Nipa Miensa, Abna Kwala. Hey! Abna Kwala. Abna Kwala, so there. Women organizer Wakwache Papa. What? Okay, I was always waiting view. Josephine Ya Odum and Nana Christian Angela. treasurer ne nso Roda Efe Eshen Anna Akesi Mienza Nasara coordinator nipa miensa Al Labib Imam Ali Adam Harun Ahmed Abeka Dauda Amvejene Intinipa miensa in age for Nasara coordinator of Western region. Of all the 16 regions, no, the only region our chairman echo on the post, Western region. Chairman Francis in this year. Chairman Akwabe to saying.
Many obi.
Hey, now, then was set a record the whole of the 16 regions. Unkwana oko on the post. Are they?
Yeah, obi. Or the minimum power will lead you. If you have fattening.
Yes.
Minimum power. Na, Yamiadom. And I'm your second vice chairman. Wabra na Candice or your chairman.
Yeah.
Indeed, na Benquao, and no Yame, first vice. And now the Candice in how to do the Kakra, I'm a Benquao buyer. And I 50 Antoata, again, the baby quay. So I was then acting as a first vice chairman, and for that time, you could 8 chiefs out of the 26, you know. I'm there, you call about to know, Ejimadin, because that my year constituency chairman for 3 times. I was Jomoro. Part in the now, I'm a papa. Abraham, I didn't know, Shumuno, Anyadia Mame. And at that time, the number of good executives, led by me and Bishu and Ganiru, to make a sitting. Enti yewo mwana yamutia region ayinya what not eka ho 9 eko what not into that time no 3 6 and eko what not into now what region yekita 13 into eko abeto that was where I mean the accurate of game changer. 2016 it me one Jomoro Eka home. In fact, Ejima day papa na ye. Inti emuna yabama about to elected 2018. And now Mr. and 1 year and maintain as a very substantive regional chairman. Inti Yaguso Ejima day pa na ye. Now one the youth fought against the MP and the government. Inti amoto aba API war a Gante area, that is Amenfi East, Pristia Valley, what do you call it?
Amenfi East, Pristia Valley.
Yes, Yatua Babiano, near Konya 8 against 9. Ekita 9, and that is also Ekita 8. But, Binobi, the only water region. From 2014 up 2012 up to 2016, now what's in Wajen and Jokra Tambia programs cutting, but Baja Kunjay and MPT in a Amuta Machi. And as I'm speaking now, no, I got a water region at the form Boko. The more what in what come no Honka Kahono and TBO. So the thought is why, sir, I give my year, Matias and G about watching region. What then they support me? The entire match. Now, yes, I'm sure you go to me. I would did a woman, sir. I my dear Mayano. Yes, your mom support. Now, I'm into a master. Now, what's the region? I'm finding to my infra.
And I think as part of seats now, Mulusu and say, okay, in the morning, Lusu Shama, you still want Shama.
Yeah, you want Shama.
Yeah, but with a new candidate, I remember. Okay, it is a Siano, or target saying.
When you make sure I do a move for the one influence, will try to gain those seats back. With the community mind now, the Ababaza, Yamaya to the year, no. And the whole thing is about the youth. If you're able to separate the youth, and Kobe, you're going to claim our citizen influence.
And apart from one, but there is Ganiyu, there is Abna Kuala.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
Omunyina esan akobio.
That's right.
And you would wish say obesi enya safo na ne wona ye adwuma bi won.
Nyame ne me saka mepe. But I leave that one to be dedicated to decide.
And na mo de call Elembele.
Yeah.
Venue ne Elembele.
I'm Benu.
Yeah, I'm the friend I'm paying no.
I'm Benu. Yes.
That's close to
the country of state.
Yes.
I see that complex in
In the Mamanle complex, no?
Yes, very nice deficit. Clean, pop. Why in town?
Yeah, I've seen it myself.
Pop.
Ufri hwa and Chenwa do I'm paying refugee camp no meboa.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I've seen it. Anyways, Honorable Titus Glover Ewaha Osei or Chiao.
Chama anu.
Yeah.
Wapolen.
Mo be na o say.
Mutu papa.
Chairman. Yeah, that's it. Why? I mean, sure, I wish you all the best. Great. And you say na jujo. Be ye kwa. Men kasa bebre. Omo ye adwuma ni nyina. Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover and Abaten. But there's this interesting message.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
David Pra endorses Asoye. And on one also send it with you. Okay, I say, as one of the experienced regional communications directors and current Eastern Regional Communications Director of the ruling NPP, I state to commit my support to Chairman Kojo Boateng Agyemang to win the chairmanship of Eastern Region NPP. Chairman Kojo Boateng is very hardworking, record of winning vote in his constituency. Chairman Kojo Boateng Agyemang is God-fearing and sociable. I therefore endorse him for the Eastern Regional Chairmanship of the MPP. Signed, David Pra, Eastern Regional Communications Director, NPP. Wow, then it's really getting interesting. Hello, Eastern Region. In the David Pra and another message, Ababa, let me probably then we contestant after vetting, no, partner certify say umunyina elections, no, chairman nipa mienu na age Jeffrey Kunedu Ado. Jeff Kunedu Ado. The din say Jeffrey Kunedu Ado. Ena Kojo Boateng Agyemang nipa mienu na age for chairmanship, no. Two very solid individuals, a very tight race in the Eastern region. Pensia Ebenezer Lawrence Eyisi, Michael Otin Edu, Frank Apia, Homenu Kofi Walter, Paul Ameni, Nana Otin Akufo Akoto. Secretary Nipa Mienu, Anthony Osei Ejeyi, and a Buckman Akufo. Assistant Secretary Nipa Miensa, Nana Sefa Edmond Papin. Where there's Jean-Pierre Papin, Nana Sefa Edmond Papin, only incumbent. Felix Osafo Mafo, Robert Osei Danso Oforiata, Treasurer Nipa Mienu, Kumi Labi Benjamin, Opoku Peterson da Costa, Organizer Nipa Miensa. Oh, organizer is Jerry Osei Opoku Afewi. I don't put there. Organizer no Jerry Osei Opoku, Ena Opoku Achampon George, Ena Ahmed Yusuf Yona. But organizer I think Jerry Osei Opoku would win. Women organizer Nipa Mienu, Fati Vondoli, Ena Mercy Ano Dakon. Youth organizer Nipa Enson. 7. Wow. Adamu Musa Raha, Wuto Agoku, Asante Isaac, Alfred Believe. Wow, that's a nice name. Alfred Believe. Awachi Aaron Donko, Nana Afari Kwadri Agri, and about 4 Agyemang Sarkodie. Nasara coordinator Nenso Hussein Mohammed Fadilu. Why is he going on a post? Nasara coordinator Nipa Bakubi Dina Mihun Ewaha. I don't know, so I'll call on a post there. But that's for the Eastern region. I don't know, but there is one here. Okay. And that's for the Eastern region. We say First vice chair. No, I'm told he's going on opposed. Or call on opposed. First vice chair. You might have to check your records, no, or call on opposed. But do we have somebody on the line? Okay. In the first vice chair, they call on opposed. That's what I'm told. In the yes, Chumberry man they call on opposed. But on the list, they were nipa me, you know. Nipa me, you know, check my. But I'm told say or call on opposed. And sincere apologies for that mess up. Yes, Papa. It's true. They are unopposed. Yes, and chain. That's for the first vice chair. And then Richard Krantin Chum. And Nasara, and so I'm told say or call unopposed. Now, okay. Into the Awaho and no Monsha, that's for the Eastern region. And Mabobo or more air corner de Amamo. Enti ma Mema Honorable Akwaba. Nafi endorsing Chairman Kojo Boateng. He is the surest bet in the Eastern region. I urge all delegates to please vote for Chairman Kujo, aka Chairman Boat, Master Planner Junior, Ewo Kentampo, and Odiwe Ebaye. We say, Obi, the youth organizers, some have been disqualified. The first vice is going unopposed. Second vice, some are also not going. You are having the list of the 29 who filed for the positions. But after Honorable Akwaba.
Mejosu, Bonsu. Miniano.
And then you share me say, oh yeah, that be me bow. Dome.
Odadia.
No. Dome can. Simple way be a.
Incre.
Onya jogbano.
Me ojogba.
Me ojogba. Is it I'm a fan serious so I want to learn.
Once I meet him, I did no.
Yeah.
Oh, this
was
he told me.
Yeah.
A very good friend of mine. And when I'm in office,
okay.
Okay. We say now, what discussion be the idea?
Yeah, that's true. Elubona mi GHS.
And you can't man. And I account it.
Oh, can't me you casable in Zema. And I need in Zema to make okay. Yeah. But how can the army TV be? The only time they can meet in
okay. Yeah.
That was what to make a brosano.
Papa.
And I where are you?
And then you know.
3 years spent out what's now.
Oh, me do 9 months.
9 months.
And you may adia sound. Me man kolano. Baku me do be back.
Okay.
No move me with the translation. Kakranka. And finally me free hono. And my aunt, my cousin, Auntie Pat, or Nini could try that, yes.
Yeah.
And he will fear me, no,
okay.
And back in days in Alouettes, your production manager at the time, Mr. Menu, not for you also.
Yeah.
And because you know Alouettes, whom is a menu, not on the souvenir. So back in the office, names have never come.
No, but you've done well. I mean,
but
9
what
months.
Really also helped me a lot, me call Pachambo.
Yeah.
And then Bia West. MP no back one senior back team really feeding ono so no boa me pa and into a win MP
a win
into na me no trade committee at the time and me ho mo nyina na me omoka and the language that the more you speak the more it stacks that boa me pa and me do western and just me do medium
but you've done well. I mean on my hene Abertna Accra since 2001.
Why
do you can't cry one sentence? Minister Honorable David Pryor, Eastern Regional Communications Director, the MPP. Pryor, Akwaba not saying.
Obi, very man, Kasa. That's it.
Now,
come on.
Yeah, Danyamia say before you came out with this statement, say, who throw support behind Chairman Kojo Boateng, no? Me say, well, we. The pros and the cons, the consequence of that decision.
Now, Minia titles, Grover. Me Bonabaso. The only thing is that I may have some small differing views about some of his decision, but in the wouldn't say, you can't regional organ, heterogeneous in nature. Now we have a lot of dynamism in the Eastern region. In fact, Ufa Zongos in the whole of the country, Eastern region, any Zongos, Eastern region, yeah. Kwa Ufo, Ewo, Achin for Ewo, You were dropping. We are Santa oriented. You were crapping. Medium. You were crow. You were crobo. Crobo crown. Who shall you were mania. You were yellow. Any others. And you know, Uber other ethnic groups as well. Minority Hausa who take a decision in respect to regional leadership. It's a social holistically. Usha Eastern Region, Marima Vivitata, you call even Council of State. Penia Odi Mwako Tempa from Eastern Region or Fuko. Ufa even the regional prosecutor. So, Kwano Fipa. Ufa Yenya Prince Fagipen for Penny of Kopa to go. You need to look at other parts of the region. And if you look at the other parts, ideally, said the best predict the leadership of the party and government in the region. It won't mean concentrating Nina Elpako. And Unti Ena Benifo Yenano, Jotra Geno. And yesterday, as I say, throw your weight behind Chairman Edda. Wabaya constituency vice chairperson Edda. Wabaya constituency chairperson for almost 4 terms. In all these 4 terms, we need Mintis Emaye. Now, Usha send an plus here in level of commitment to the part of Pia Penasem, Uba Eastern Regional. Pia Penasem. Oyobia Opren Wase, Osonyame. Oyobia Onye Basabasa. And you know, they'll probably manage the party anymore. This is the personal or what all the virtues are.
David Oka say
the regional communication leadership. I'm talking about the regional communication leadership. Chairperson. And we have the patrons, we have the other advisors of the communication team. They now know, yes, as I said, it's me every year support Emma Chairman Kudu Ajiman.
Communications team?
That is exactly so. Apart from that, we are going to hold press conference and then let people know why it's important that we don't make mistake, so that other parts of the region will not see say the leadership is weighing against them. And you know, we need to spread as the first vice chairperson. Then when you go to, because Usha Kobo area is better, we have representatives. Then you go to a place like the Achin Enclave, so Paul Armani, very critical over there. Now call Krapima, Bakmanekufu for the regional secretaryship. It is very critical. Then you move to, it's important. Then you move to the Buakwa and other area, Nanaya Papin, as the deputy secretary. Now, by even the Muslim community at the Mumusa Raha as the youth organizer. Then you go to the minority groupings like the Airways, and then you take Fatih Bunduri as the women organizer. So when you have the spread, then say Ampa, the heterogeneity of the region, you have considered. And that
but my worry, my worry, and it's if delegates are going into such elections, the overarching consideration should be competence.
Usha Yamikai Yamidika Kase, Minia Kodo Ajimai, and in Peninforma Mabuboinano. These are solid party people, very committed to the development and then the winning spree of the party. These are people who have worked so tirelessly for the party. These are hard-working, competent people. You see, rather my thought when it comes to political decisions and communication. And you know, we are saying that these are people who are so competent. They have the ability. They have the will. They love the grassroots. Grassroots also love them. They are people who have the party as
a regional executive committee member, Meboa.
Oh, me, a member of the elections committee.
Menka elections committee. David Pra. David Pra.
Yes.
Relax it. Menka elections committee.
I am.
Good. And you know, say you are supposed to stay neutral.
No, please. That's not the rule. You see, some of the names you have mentioned, which I don't want to mention and give credence to, are people who are also some regional executives. And so we are saying, when it comes to the voting, when it comes to the campaigning, we have our rights. We need to push. That is not what we have worked very hard for these years, and I believe, who are so competent, who are grassroots oriented, who love the party, who have worked so tirelessly, and therefore it's important, very well.
And for apart from competence, the other
competence and the spread, because you see, this is a political party. This is not an NGO. And so a political party we have other strategies that we will put forward in going into 2024. But this is also very critical and it's important. We don't want to we don't want to put the party in the hands of people who will not deliver a victory for us in 2024.
David Pra, Mayor Nase, Regional Communications Director for the NPP Eastern Region, and Amote say, Yeneno ADN. Belated birthday to Akosuya Deborah and Efia Depa. A joyful, blessed birthday to my dad, Jeff Konedu, Eastern Regional Chairman, hopeful. Mr. Pakwisi Abiam Danswa, Jubilee House, and co-pon of the NPP Youth Fraternity. I wish them long life in good health. Now, and Jeff Konedu birthday, in the Jeff Konedu aspire to be regional chairman, MPP Eastern, and I would a happy birthday to you, Jeff. Do have a good one. Currently on the regional secretary, or some quick reactions to make. Honorable Akwaba, net saying.
Obi.
Yeah, now also some quick input to make me into you.
Well, I listened to my regional communications, the officer. I don't know whether he's former and I say he still maintains. Because I know that Wakoje Abayajuma and he needs to step aside, but he still sees himself as such. First of all, if you talk about experience, I'm not here to talk about that position between Jeff and Kodwajimai. I mean, you will not Jeff on Kasuko Obi Fro. And Kofua, they wanted to be regional chairman of a party in the Eastern region. Everybody knew 6 months ago. Now you say Jeff Konedu will go for region. The abuse of leaders is that you must be decisive. You don't go and contest for constituency chairman, and after 2 weeks, you want to come and contest for regional chairman. And people want us to go and vote for such character as regional chairman. It will not be. Minion Pra needs to learn to be democratic a bit. I mean, taking people off communications platform because they are campaigning for Jeff will not help him. And I'm telling him, you can mark it everywhere. On Saturday, Jeff is going to win this election because we've seen that he is a decisive leader. He's a firm leader. He wants to lead this region to break the 8. And that is the kind of all of a sudden, within just 1 week, Pra is remotely being seen all around campaigning at Jeff now. It won't help him.
Yeah, but in the spirit of that same democracy, so he has the right of choice.
Well, he does.
But my question really would be about the narrative he's pushing, which I believe, sir, on the campaign trail, no, maybe meeting delegates, no, or more can edit their one about the spreads, no be brave, and the what region him. If you are picking leadership for the party, and because of politics here about numbers and how to mobilize people from across the region, no, and was always say every major tribe will be represented, which you cannot. And your point, I'll bet my discount it. It is a Kokoba say the president is from the Achim zone. you have the regional minister, you have a council of state member, and some of the other names he mentioned, all coming from the Kwewu zone. And there was a chairman.
We have deputy ministers who are also from Koforidua. I mean, so if we are looking at it from that angle, Koforidua alone has a deputy minister. So what is this argument? Let's begin to differentiate between political leadership, party structure, and government. We will need to build a solid party that the government and as a company and waging campaign against Kwewu, Jeffrey Kwewu. We have nothing. When you come to Omo contest here, none of our people are contesting for regional position. It's only Jeffrey Kwewu. So this thing about regional minister being a Kwewu and council of state being a Kwewu, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't come in at all. We are talking about MPP and not the government. We want to form a solid party. So if he's talking about spreads, both Assam Plains, North and South, where we know, say, you have Probos, you have Ewes, you have accounts. This is somebody who has dealt with them. So if you need a competent leader who understands the various tribes, for me, it is Jeffrey Kwewu. So we need to differentiate between the party and government. That's not what we are talking about. We need to clearly differentiate. Jeff is contesting as MPP regional chairman and not as regional minister. That's not what he's doing. So when it comes to the political leadership, I mean having the party leadership in the regional, Jeff is rightly placed because he is able to play ball with the Ewe tribe, is able to play ball with the Krobo tribe, is able to play ball with that tribe, and he's also able to play ball with the Akan tribe. It cuts across. This is the only regional secretary that I have seen that even when polling station people, Obi is Krobo's Jeff, is Ewe's Jeff, is Akanfor Jeff, is everybody's Jeff. So this tribal campaign, this hate campaign that has been waged against Kwewus and creating the impression that Kwewu does not deserve to be regional chairman, it does not help anybody. We are all one people. We voted massively for the MPP. And if somebody from Kwewu wants to be regional chairman, he has the competence, he has the experience, he has everything. And today, is that how you want to pay the people of Kwewu back there? And they should go ahead and begin to wage that campaign. But I can tell you, Obi, I'm a member of parliament. I represent a constituency. I have 17 votes with my constituency. This hate campaign against Kunedu will not wash. We are looking for competence. We are looking for experience. We are looking for people who are humble but firm. We are looking for people who are loving. People, when they see you, they can even let you sit in their car. Grassroots people will sit in their car. People who can speak the language of the grassroots and tell them, say, disgruntled crana. Campaign, and that is the Jeff Kunedu people are going to vote for on Saturday. It's that campaign there. Rather, baby, for people are not listening. Today, the campaign of Jeff Kunedu is being led by constituency chairman. Cut across from all the region. Krobo 4 Kahon and Oko Brimoa, Choboy, constituency secretary, is the one leading the campaign. He's a machim. They are saying something good in Jeff. And that is what we are going to vote for. And not because this man is from here and not because this. No. I know they are moving to change.
One other narrative I've heard, and Yenya Wino, I think it's proper, say, Ubeyi ano Ediyamayen. Say, Jeff, as regional secretary, made a promise in the run-up to the 2020 elections. Yeah. Say, the NPP will win orphan seats in the eastern region. Yeah. And the question has been, say, Omeki is our promise, no? What happened?
Well, I can tell you the number of resources that personally Jeff pumped into most of these orphan constituencies. But of course, I mean, as a regional secretary is not like the general secretary of the MPP. Whereas a general secretary is the chief executive of the party, no? A regional secretary do not wield the same powers like a general secretary wields when you come to nationally. So a secretary there, you are just a mere administrative officer. Of course, you have a regional chairman who is the head of the party and manages the party at the region. So if things doesn't go well, I'm not saying we should take him away from it. But if we don't win Ofan constituencies, I mean, for the first time, we won Lower West Akim. For the first time in the history of the MPP. And I can tell you the resources are being conformity said Jeff more at the pump share campaign. Personal resources and Sika free party one be on one bottom ska motorbikes I would draw what do coco mia baby. So that promise, at least we won Lower West Akim, which was an Ofan constituency. And I know the kind of efforts I did share more. Yeah, it's me price no be twi nyina se yenko Afram Plains South. Yenko Donko Kru, yenko Kromame Krobo. Ni yenko campaign ma wo. But of course, things did not go as we always said. We would have won at least one of the Afram places. We won the Lower West Achim, and his target was Krobo. It did not go as planned. But what you need, MPP succeed in Eastern region. At least we grab one of the Afram places, we grab one of the Krobo seats, and win a soldier man, and also win maintain Lower West Achim. For me, that is the spirit I've seen in the man, and that is why I support him 100%, and my constituency is going to vote for him 100%. So, my brothers should allow for a free and fair election. The processes leading to Saturday should be seen as very accommodating. When somebody campaigns for Jeff on a platform that you have control over, don't remove such a person. When you do that, you are being is a defeatist a sort of approach. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody.
Very well. Very well. Honorable, my nase na yenhwem fancy bibiania yebesan so aba betwa. So but for those of you who don't know the two gentlemen, to my left from where I'm seated, Jeff Kunedu. On the one left. And to my right, Chairman Kujo Boaten Ajema. That's a picture he took here in our studios. Interesting election. Asena attention in the Asante region, but actually Eastern region is shaping up to be a rather interesting election. And for reasons they are simple. Jeff Kunedu, a current regional secretary, and Obepre say Omontra Bano as regional chairman. Chairman Kojo Boatena Jiman, so the constituency chairman 4 terms. In fact, Uko Eastern region on the dean of all the constituency chairmen. Inti on also a grassroots and a solid man. I don't know who is winning. Unfortunately for me, Charlie. It's a tight race. It's a really tight race. Eastern region. And you will see how it goes. But Baswo cultural center woko Florida ehona omo eto abano. Eastern region, I think I have some promotion among Twaba and Fama Jerry Osei Poku. Asempa. And the pictures will be on for some time. They would have honorable. Meaning who are interested in Eastern region?
Oh, my very good friends.
That's your microphone.
They are my good friends and pals. And the bunny say I was with them fin.
Yeah, of course.
Because Ekosiisen On Asempa get Accra. And whoever wins is a plus to the party. And I love the Nedika Maminchia or Utifunya and Washifunya. Sisi Anamenya me battery HIA.
Okay.
Chamunya Sisia and Amechia Chamandedi and the team around. Na Fiadanong M's about 9 of them are going to the polls. And Saturday, and so I think about 6. Almost number 2. Not Sunday, no Bakuswatu. They will wrap up for the regional elections. And the American is let's do competitive civil campaign, devoid of any personal attacks and all that. Yeah, and Richie, the beauty of politics and our parties. Yeah, be you su edia bobo boy, or I know what fat, no, the bo. And the best say campaigning in a cordinano, and a very civil campaign. They should focus on issues. Why you think your candidate is better than the other. And you say your candidate. At the end of the day, delegates, they have the right to the truth. There's no formula. Because for 92, no, maybe a bar or 2 term, no, bar. So this is the first time that we wanted to do something, a novelty that has never been happening before. And the American, we will hold on the power. MPP, we are not breaking any aid. We will continue with the work that we're
July, anyways.
And I'm sure by 1st June, you will pick here nomination forms.
Nomination 1st June, yeah.
1st June, yeah. Okay. And then a few days after, we'll survive.
Also, we delegate across the country, Eddie Nkomo Kakran issue. Chairman Kojo Boatin Ajeman.
Obi.
Na apomu ye de.
Obi ye kasa ya che ye. Is it mabese Eastern region na me nam kwaso na me tu se Obi bia I do yesterday na so de bia me kai bo one na che se. Yeah. Quickly Obi. I heard Minia OPK say oh yeah rebuttal Obi. I have no problem. Whatever it is, it's part of the politics. But let's establish the fact that in politics, accountability is accountable to you. The regional secretary in the year 2020, at the time of our regional secretary, we won 2 seats in the region. In his era, I was saying over per regional chairman, we took 3 steps by our competence. Obi, I've been in the party for 32 years. I am 53 years. At the age of 21, when Nana Akufo Kunyani Adie Emombe Transit, I remember when they were launching the Buja Dankwa at Bula Sport in Koforidua. Me and I'm because because that time my uncle Honorable Hatman, which was the national treasurer that Jumanaye. Then bought tent Kunya. And I have a history, me regional chairman, bien one of our region from Boatin, and was 7 busy at time. If you want another wafa, I am being Dr. No, Chairman Kisi, and all those things. It's about what you know about the constituency. It's what you know about the constituency. I don't want to mention names. I'm not here to attack my opponent, but it's what you know about the constituency. Okay, I'm proud of myself to say, me intervention and somebody that is deputy minister, say others you can a minority. Call it Adam how many times as a very good friend. Apart from that, the most personal Boano so much, those people sitting in the region, the regional chairman and his team, and confirmation of now we're interested to contest. It is my intervention. Work so hard. Monfred, the deputy minister for transport, your friend Adam, no count the history of your friends others you enter. You see, if he doesn't know, he shouldn't come and say anything. And 2, or come from place, a from place, or right, Jeff, no way, because Emra or Rakisi are only as a former regional. I'll say a trouble on Friday, Saturday, or former regional chairman. He taxed me the member this of our constituencies. Or Nuankasa or Jeff, on the Ofori, who was the DC on Nenam, or Norman Fred Ora Willie Hall, who was the candidate in that front place South. They will give you the history. Obi, I'm not here to attack anybody. But Ono and Prayesu MP is talking about experiencer. On one can't venture. And the block, the current representation in the block, none of them can measure Kohokra na regional, and let's talk about your regional officer. You qualify to be if the party will act for accountability, what Mubisani say, Yeba power, Yeba 2016. I was the first person, me, I'm your coordinator. I'm put to chairman 4 years together in Eastern region. Nobody can deny it. We work so hard. We gain 2 seats. Yeba and Akwatia NDC for the IAGA. Obey a regional secretary. You are regional secretary. You are the head of operation. So MP, no, you feel the philosophy in the party. We are secretary. You are the head of operation. You manage. Some ideas don't go as ceremonial chairman. Now the election will come and talk because I haven't had a chance to talk to you. But I did not know if you talking about the experience, or know himself and the current, nobody can match my experience. If you don't understand the constituency's philosophy, you can't manage the region. Intermediate, the American say, experience the Omofanton chain. And all these things that he's saying, also, they are all not true. And you know, back we say, because these are clearly my intervention between a front place south or really whole and no one can say a candidate over friend manindi who dance here. Or at a secretary. Now you can account for your stewardship. Again, Mumisan say, then you lose you, I ain't so. Then you lose your apamena, then you lose your quetia. What are two baby? Onka region home. Because one original chairman can open a kunyanadi as a secretary. If you undermining him, and then they are for kunyanimo. Obi, let me leave it there. So I don't want to answer.
Chairman Kojo Boatina German and attending kind of it. As I said, it's getting really interesting. Eastern region, but Charlie, here, but this year.
Ensuo mankwa, ensuo yenkwa. Nom awake purified drinking water. Abodu nsuo a eye kroje. Ensuo na ma wa hodede tena ho abribia. Purified drinking water. One for life.
For bulk purchase, contact 0262 351
Your Jersey 2022. Yes. Swag up on your favorite UEFA jersey and let's meet up for a day of fun at the Aviation Social Center. Saturday, 28 May 2022. Exactly. A day of fun. A day filled with lots of activities and climaxing it with the UEFA Champions League in a grand style. Hashtag Rep Your Jersey and follow us on social media. Hits FM Rep Your Jersey is brought to you by House Deodorant Spray from Silver Star, Dubai Energy Drink, Yomi Yogurt, Airtel Tigo, Hoptel, DSTV and GoTV.
10 bet sports betting in them. Now I cost you Ghana. Rebecca gonna want a bra yama wa kense jump pimpin. Jackpots, free bets are any area. Boosted odds and in yakika who bebre. Chow betting is here. What 10bet.com.gh. 10 bet for the better. Gaming Commission of Ghana at Jinkratoya Tum. Pucha Susu and Yama will be on the field. 28th May 2022. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. 13-time champions. 6-time champions. And 8th winning. The headquarters of Ghana Sports. Asempa 94.7 FM. And our #1 radio station. Atom 106.3 FM. Sunny and Osasiano. Yeah, cricket is now performing a grand style. Nafi. Everything na dobro. Yeah, the bread water mania kra. Wakra no. My our Jewels Lounge, Bar and Restaurant. Our my 7 runabout. At the same time, what tema? My show Parsons Bar and Restaurant Community 10. Aye, you could crew giant screen and see one watch a match in live. I sent a live comment to Abrobia. And Sana match in a crab at 7 p.m. And Fiano Panua. Gonna say, oh, baby, Baba. Yeah, man, a special treat. I say, the best dressed lady in Jesse. And it's your favorite club, Jesse Nienshia. Aye, UEFA Champions League final. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Live was some FM. And yeah, Dome FM. Sharing what you was lounge. Bar and Restaurant. Massive Bitters. Nafa SV capsules and then a zero. 10x bet. Franco air condition. MG. NFA Mozart bets.
Hey! Agwazi Jadiye. Ujafo and the car engine. A woo. Ya a sewer draw so a fitting shop wonu.
Ah, bra. And only a camfu seahorse engine while man no or yeah and any channel. Yes, yeah. Bra, me na masamlu akrabato. Yakasa. Say seahorse engine oil no. And no special additive. Ohuru engine.
Seahorse. And a wash. Say private cars, taxis, commercial, and heavy duty trucks.
And no make camfu seahorse 15W40 and 20W50. I'm a drivers. Any car on a phone na.
Afe motorbike aboboya and a pragia phone. Mumu dear de muhia a seahorse special 40. And no and riders. Any mechanics, a wasn't use you.
Unia no queer woman say, Seahorse product and a papa, and a bonsu, a waffle.
Asempa FM.
Seahorse engine, I am Kwan, a Begumika engine.
And yet, for Seahorse for 0244 577 559 and 0240 800 007. Seahorse products.
Me bell cola, puka, and a tamarinda at Chile no. Let me cruise you on me kia picanto and mono chia on.
Sessing.
Bell Beverages say, a Bribia Roberto favorite Bell Beverage say a squeeze, Bell Aqua Active, Big Boss, Bell Breeze, Bell Malt, and the Kekaho. Ye washes so the entire hono bay 20. Fashion envelope move for DNO contact Kaho. Nafako Bell Beverages Depot, and I will distribute us our more memoir fanabe Pia. And no one no. Now customers our entries dorsano won't be not Chedi Bebre, Ebony TV, fridge, a demonium bebre, shopping vouchers, Bell product hamper, and the price gets Siena Gasa a Kia Picanto, and Bell Chill and Win promotion emu.
Hey, and your Bell Beverages here, dear boss.
For 0544 335 800 and 0544 335 900. Najahum Wayepi and the ever social media.
Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Fie Samsung near Nokia near iPhone near say our printers or mobile phone accessories Franco Trading Enterprise afa our no TV I this satellite and the ultra panels abomuma
Facebook Sauko Franco Trading Enterprise page nasa likes number 100,000 ayoma edu omunija sasu na www.francotrading.com Android app Franco Trading Instagram at Franco
Trebia Nemum head office in the Twaya Dabraka opposite Roxy Cinema
Tema Franco will Community 1 Waterworks ne dia nim here cycle opposite Odor Rise Madina 100 meters away from the police station Kaswa Franco opposite Kaswa Polyclinic
and our prayer number is 0246 422 338 and 0546 133 188 Franco Trading Enterprise still phone Papa Fie and you're not going
sweet darling
my beautiful baby.
Hepa Plus mixture ebusinya num ebusinya immune system. Abusumi pinyi obi anya ready. Tia siemedo.
Tie Hepa Plus mixture enya busunya watanum Hepa Plus mixture no. Won sesika hospitals. Wo save e dia de foforo. Entime manum pefie ha.
She wo ye Hepa Plus husband.
Radio Hepa Plus husband. Enya won so be ye Hepa Plus wife. Na bono Hepa Plus mixture. Apen for about more money for one kwada we nfidu mienu ka ho e pharmacies chemical and herbal shops. Atufo mfra 0542 778 572 and 0549 297 463. Hepa Plus mixer. Emma pomodina mapa.
FD ashoshe sa ejedi enkrato imu aja to se eye.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita mi amike.
Ye cruise wo wankasa wo kebo. Esani Ecobank Auto Finance Package nti. Koyen cardless ahodo PI no won ye adwuma ba bia. Yi ka eda wakoma so. Say ye new car, say ye second hand. Ehwa ye mouse special discount. Ecobank sa den hihye pa be boa mo atua ka no ho kanyina. Ye mouse interest rate ani boa wo from kra. Ebebri mo ani so. Oh, so woni accounts wo Ecobank money how kra. Sa kwanya ye da ho mo bia. Enti enso sa ka no ho keke abebu awie Preto free 0800 003 225 anasa kwa Ecobank nkura bata bebia na busa Ecobank Auto Finance Package ehihye kakra wo ho Ecobank the Pan African Bank.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord.
Uda enkodan rocksters. Unsu wo kromo pan. Wo dwen ho sen.
The contract and wo nimnia ko. Ghana hadie a ban quality metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard and POP ceiling dia. Aye rocksters. Enfie bebre ni na rocksters. Ade roofing sheet papa ene ho akade asum Ghana for.
Enka ye se ya no mu die nso ebo.
Eni adufudi achi na nkoto ade bone ne nsu da achi. Fre 0544 338041. Say metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard and POP ceiling dia. Fred Rocksters na won twa wontum.
Muntie o Asempa wo betensem Asempa pa ne a wo pe bia
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Asempa FM
94.7 Asempa FM. Ekosiisen Jumedi no asuguso a utie no. Regional elections is to the Asempa ba. But we'll see about that. Yami had much na besia to so and let's come back in studio at least after the regional election. Enti ma yemfa the first ebia 5 minutes na fa kasa chair delegates na.
Oh, the American is so far so good. Campaign is heated and quite enjoyable, and I'm enthused about whatever is going on. Na baby me ko biara obi me ko bi asem. I don't attack anybody. I don't discuss about anybody. I tell people, delegates, what I can do as a national organizer. And the vision I call approach is how we can energize the big form. And you know,
on Asempa
and I'm sure something didn't come as some. So me, I don't talk about people. We just here. Then the issue about here as a national organizer, no, you are the heartbeat of this party. The organizer is the heartbeat. We now get adrenaline, no. Organization be at national level, regional level, constituency, coordinate any electoral area, any polling station, and they be determined. Na semba kwa mbeka no enwa na mbeka so abodibro because a juma no a retail campaign 2024 juma no there's no template, there's no formula because party akase mienu nyina no abedi 8 years no na we aba. But for you to continue to hold on to power for 10 times 12 years is a novelty. It means that you need conscious people, officers of the party who can go down, who can resonate with the grassroots. That is good in your boy. Who Nadole, who Tino, who Dafima, who Tino, who Gulu, Sisala West, who Tumu, Sisala East, Drobo, German South, all over. The name Daniel Nikwate Titus Global is a brand, is an household name. People knew my contribution in this party. From 1991, yeah, Dankwa Dombo Bizwa tradition. At the time, I was a Rawlings. Be free military multi-party democracy. MPP now started to see the structures, the two form kakran. So back in Tama, lawyer Eveni saying opening okusafu babu ni fie because run this abu share me to be one share be sure ade be wono enya de ketwa and ye peja restrictions no man no I be form MPP in July no na the structures not to form data 32 years ago 30 years ago asema ye kan August menya 56 years. Ni ye ko, ni ye ba, ni ye ko Ibramosti. Omo nyina na mo hwe ho. Ene mabere ba ko. Manya shoko. The first Progress Party woman organizer e wotema. Sabre na ahama nyina kan ho. Ene oda form sisi a anyame ya dom ye to aba na wie a we find process kwan be fa so na ya gya no kwan. Enjabato na ye ko no. Mesre delegates. Let's vote for people who can work. Because NDC want to do everything for power. And when you said, yeah, I was so dumb. Kaba competence. And we have papa. The competence and the capacity. And you man, call you no. Wouldn't need experience, political experience. And ko yin from mount. You bia, baby, asena or minus econo. Na baby, I met 2 coin edia fanyina 14 regions, a total of 189 constituencies. Oh, ko kasa uni ombe kasa no. Eye kasa, eye botoyemu. Kasa, juo kasa wo form. I wouldn't ni pan me 2 coin man 90 coin so 4 times within 2 months. Me call your northern region from Bandai to Wulensi, to Bimbila, to Yendi, to Gushegu, to Karaga, to Nantong, to Myong, to Savalugu, Kumbungu, Tolong, Tamale North, Tamale Central, Tamale South. Mi wie hono, ena mi ye Northeast. Chiriponi, Bunkurugu, Yonyo, Nasandema, Una Chuchuruga, Edia Kona Vlongo Central, Edia Ko Chianapaga, above Bolga Central, Ako Zwarungu, Bolga East, Aye Bongo, Aye Talensi, ena mi ye Garu, Timpani, Binduri, Zebilani Nabdam. Me Sami Chiabano. That was the first leg. The second leg, Numanya Tatale Opandai, is a very good friend of mine, Ewatama, Kenneth, Nibapewu. And there's a town in Pandai called Buya. Me send free tema, the same Eastern Corridor. Me call all over to me, we call Nyanya, me fast, so Latuna Kaba, Damango, me call Daboya, Eba Yape, Eba, if anything, Babi, Salaga North, and of course Salaga North, Bumbi, and I'm in Naman and back Pandai 4 times. The Eastern Corridor Road, and I'm so happy. The Amihu were paper nechi. Or say work on Asekuma Junction Have Road on course. This is part of the Eastern Corridor. Nendis Vobetra and Nakufada Benjiska and Nasika Kesamweji all the way to Gushegu is asphalted. Contada no was so day and night and and every day. From the Quanta end of Oti and Usia Banwa Omugusuye. And I'm happy. The Amihu one. Say the contractor, first guy, my brother. Company, this is what the paper is telling us. Asphalted. And you know the contribution of productivity because of this nature of this road? For 8 years, NDC for a strong World Bank of the NDC, vote for party who don't discriminate when it comes to development. And that is what Nanado's government and Amakwata minister Eyeno. And and clearly, election ayekwe, the personality, the experience of the Nipana Yekanwasam, and the capacity. Leadership rules being and was some. The man a broadband or bo. Because organization Titus Glover, I'm ever ready that will sell the message. Obi Bira remember as a parliamentary candidate, as a flag bearer. It is our duty because as a communicator as well, it is my duty as organizer to also package whoever our leader is. Obviously, and I would you work at Asempa, and I was always social media. I mean, because social media, social media is an added on. It's a plus. But wouldn't Wichawa? Town called Gan is a junction to Wichawa West. Wouldn't Pomona Wukwa? Social media on
Asempa FM.
Social media Juma. What do Tindere? It's part of catching Chumuru. Side junction, Edico, constituency capital.
But how is it possible to memorize her?
It is
sounds look,
I had 10 minutes. I can tell you their capital and their constituency, wherever they are. And so now, because as an organizer, you must be time discipline and time management. Because with the time and the organization, me do constituency. Na executive ready. Me nya nipa bako. Ye be kopo mo. It's not all as a hombrasi adwuma. A kasade adwuma. Na we share adwuma na nado abanya je. On a countryside. We are not telling our story. So as a communicator in the party, how you can mobilize people into the party. You are like a magnet. How you can attract. Training. Man train unless you could do and say you be training for. I was trained by Kwashigang, late College Kwashigang, in 2000. Now, my assistant secretary, I was Temai's constituency. Now, Lord Comey was assistant Greater Accra regional secretary. Only Lord Comey, and better, I was Shama. I work at a low hotel. The next time when I'm doing my 101, me the pictures in my background. Soldier with precision, you're training. 1 with 3 before, and the 1 vote, very important. Then resource allocation, how you distribute it fairly. For example, when you go to a constituency like Mpoho,
Western region,
that shares boundary with Ahanta West, with Takwan Swayem, and part of the central region,
and the Wasa East,
very broad.
Yeah, very.
They cross rivers, and it's a share resources. Now, woman Tema East 2 motorbikes, Tema Central 2 motorbikes. Now, woman 2 motorbikes. You are not being fair to them. You're not being fair to them. See, and the resource allocation over here, we need to be fair and balanced. Because you must reach those people. And you would do message, I do dunk where you want. And you kasa bebre. And the human here, me, I'm a typical grassroots. Now we can say, to me, the Temais share when some and went to me and ye. But that is an unfortunate statement.
I didn't hear.
My issue was a peculiar issue. Because people felt that Titus Glover is becoming too powerful, that is becoming so everywhere, and people have to gang up. I say this thing that sometimes the American young people say, today they are seeing it. People who ganged up to make sure I lose. And it is not me. It is not me. The standard I've set into my constitution. Go there. It's physical showing there. And how we can come together solidly. And Ubi Biara remember in 2024 Temais, Akunya Yensabeka, because I've set the pace. A Juma my year will form no and no be and my illusion that I shouldn't say Nanado 1998, only President Kufuor called primaries, he lost it. That was his first attempt in parliamentary primaries.
Presidential primaries.
Sorry, presidential primaries. He lost it. He took it in good faith. 2009. In some many young come for Adonko. In some way do. Ya MB before the you can be near the chat near the bono. And the end is for no candidate. They printed Akufado to say, Sabi or Sabi Abonsang. To look so unattractive in the eyes and ears of the people of this country. Yabubi, I can boldly hit my chest. Namakasa, yes, Nikwate, I also played a role. I'm all over this country. making sure we market Nanado. Richie Nyama, Young Patriots. John Kuma, Adumaku Befi, Hopsi Adoye, Titus Glover. Hey, Masa, 2015, 2014, 2015, 2016, we are all over. A day, Metumak already said you better 5,000-6,000 to today. I speak for MPP. Even though I lost my elections, I'm no more. I don't hold any political office. Since I lost power, who is communicating more than me currently? Love Adodan Kwakufado because I believe in his vision. I believe in his.
Tell him I miss the young patriot.
Oh man, we'll bring it back. We'll bring the spirit back. Mekai say President Akufado, Adoye, Adumaku Befi, 5 of us. It was Glover, John Kuma, Hopsi Adoye, Richie Nyama, and Adumaku Befi. Yeshia Nanado, I will reach in the office. Or see my son, I need your support. We kill ourselves. Nyama was our chairman. John Kuma and Adumaku were our spokespersons. Many of the operations. Yes, you to be in that demonstration. What time? Yes, you regional police commander or something. Yes, you do police street, and you are to give us security. We don't need your permission. We don't need your nothing. Now you come. We're angry for power. We're angry for power. In the year 1998 to 2002, my assembly member, elected assembly member, 1998 to 2002, on the ticket of MPP and campaign for the 2000 general elections. I have it on file. National campaign on identifiable groups. Let me come. Former sports minister Isaac Isiama, Dominic defense minister, Western region Kobe Ochidaku Mensa, any Brian Champon, 5 young men with Boache Jaku as a chairman, a campaign manager, and Nanado. Because he valued my worth and my contribution, and he knows. He knows. And yet, Didier, ya manyoko na konya toa, ya pray. Na ya pray hono, ya de kasade. Amenko ya kasa. Na uko candidate ya na opposition ninko fa election no. Na mini Felix Kwachi. Felix uti obekai. What TV3. Southern African Watch. Onsenado yare. African Watch and they were making capital from that publication. Say, hey Felix Kwachi. Nana Akufo-Addo so ya chacha. But you want to make capital out of it. He's not ill. He's strong. Like the elephant. So I dare you. Say whatever you want to say. But Nanado will hand over to an elected MPP government. Yamubi will sacrifice and work. Yabeje Jumano. What it? Na mi come name no. Ozabozo.
Honorable.
Make it a paper. The anchor. The back page. Sorry, before we come to our subject for our discussion. Was it dangerous Botiana Hills, Wager illegal quarry sites shut down? Hills, and people don't listen. Your trema BBS behavior are causing the destruction of all these Nyamaya Ekoso Okrumwa. And I'm happy, so much happy. I would dear George Mukuduka Ekoyeno. And with your permission, let me quote to be held responsible. It is important to caution residents here to move, since in the event of an earthquake, the not emphasis will not allow any apiati to happen in this area, he stressed. Meanwhile, Okanya can say records showing at Lands Commission, for instance, Minerals Commission, Environmental Protection Agency, they don't even have a license to operate there. So the question is, why national more pretty? Because any human activity up there, gradually it's affecting these rocks and they save lives. He has saved lives and he must be commended for what has happened. And the Honorable George Mabo Abaso, for what you have done. And I think that it is a concern, a major concern to all of us. Na se wo ho and all can say what trap or roof no so. Not condition or is flooded. Maybe an marketing getting obeying a saving on lives. And I'm sure By this time, no, Yakakos no. Akraka first light hono. There's a major drain. Our government, that committee, you're saying.
But still, that place was terrible.
So I don't know whether it is an engineering design challenge, whatever it is. But you were engineers, fantastic civil engineer. Who bad drains now? They are very or pension council or yejuma. We need to go to the top of this matter and deal with the problem. Flooding Ekosui. Na we share president for time alajo. And the DNA challenge, you know, as at night to me so and I believe that we can have solution to it. The engineers must go into the drawing board. They must sit down and think through. What should we do? Say open drains in Ajaye. Who took one bridge? Who open drains biom? Na nipa suye dining.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Or kwabrening, to me, or trains and so on to non-fabola, no fungum. There was a time recently he was on a full program, and no can be about attitudes. I idea here, pa. Me mami bakumbi or whatever. Osei dachi aji obey politics obey president no omano minister for attitude affairs. Akufa na ye wona ye kwan bia was ye dey to obia no o hwese also ye. And so we MMDC was said ye say we put them no dey no be everywhere. 29 assemblies who call wager from West Hills malls. Ekwana is see.
Is there one whole part is blocked?
Dear. Una we sheska akom fitititi because say impact na film ba no. Eno na e was see hwe ne yaka. Na no pe na me UTV no. MZ Works and Housing Minister Okwa Pro. Saturday no was then e ko hwe Kabila Misropa bebe yedu enye kasa bebre. $2 million no. Said da ho a bomodian de was here no yen starting the mass is kanu for Greater Accra 2018. Also finance minister on no na yenye procurement no yen set adwuma nase because a man for Japadi essay. But I still believe in that minister of Works and Housing, that young man, that they can do something to save this problem. Because yes, we have to tell them. No muna embo moto na enjuma no enkot na edjuma no aso ze yebeye edjuma no magana for no.
But the issue of flooding, because Enrana American says 1960 Daily Graphica. The report on the front page is no different from what the graphic is reporting on floods. You've been in government before, I have not. I mean, what's now around the decision making table near that? What is the issue? It is not just doable. Because maybe we've gotten to our wit's end. You
see, Philip, the question or the response is about the proactiveness of assemblies. For example, many assembly member that what municipal assembly the 98 to 2002.
Okay.
Sabrina Honorable Nia Machete, the former MP for Kolekoti and regional minister.
Yeah.
He's the best mayor we've ever had. Na Shama, na Shasie. Boom. Until recently, your baby boy, Tema West Assembly. And a match the Nini Nasum all over. And the bigger crack no what he moves. And he's a we assembly member, we a unit committee member. MC, and your baby no. So in your direction, we let the area not be because it is you who should raise the alert. Now you now I'm going to be assassin. You don't even know the scheme in what area and to be sorry no makoto asase keke o si dan no so because ba ko tua bibi kakra na man if any say permit no because permit no at the inspection enam because you be ma permit na I was here ba from you me hwe bibi na wato asase no. If you fall within the scheme you be catch us you can develop no that you won't hwe yi a e di oye ne be ma but edu baby na man for ko sit dan anajo from Friday up to Sunday, Monday, no go flow. He think he's cheating you, but on him say wo, and in the Sika some conference on this matter. And Ghana engineers will be brave. Mr. Metepe, me come a boni ding, omoko shoshano. He's a fantastic man. He's on pension. Who ban about big drains, flats, drains, how to no more no so. Oh, my said, yeah, we don't want this excuse to say.
And I know, Kwabene Japan, baby, say, Yema, Quine in our tomb, maybe also ye greens, maybe also ye jay in any other. Now we've built all over, concrete jungle, everywhere.
It is because some of the assemblies, yes, sir. We are MC, now what the officer, and a woman. MC was sending every morning and a pebias or baba officer. Osei Kwate, Mr. Anopa, member of the street. Because sometimes on one casa quietly. Sometimes besides that, we are Kakalika. We knew Kakalika. Cockroach, maybe my friend, Kwate, because he's in charge of security. Because he wants his region to be as peaceful and to make sure, say, yeah, you want to maybe a cost come. So he doesn't sleep. And he said, we are MC now what baby so clearly, it's not about money. But can be a biaba, baby, a diabeshim, says the Kabila, Sensu can say $200 million be war. A dawa, what the bayano. Let's sit down. No one will see no titi got him. You remember? Yes. Because he's so touched and emotional. So who no be now you so fun. I didn't hire. And they said,
Obi said, hello, Obi. And he was the Minister of Tourism and Beautification of the Capital City, Egbezwale, and anyway. You know, Kwabene Japan was the city planning, flooding in Accra, maintaining Accra.
Now, for political expediency, Ugu politics anymore. You bring it down in the act. Some of us will be because a minister of lands can be about sir. Into green cover is very important. Asempa 2010, you lose about 60% of the vegetal cover. You can't say green cover. And as I say, who ha? Nens you to, Nessa assassin, you run also. And so no mem and co and sana. Ye clear bebia obeko obifie krana wasan to tiles account. It is 100% runoff. There's no percolation into the ground. And they create a lot of the floods because within Accra, because the pre-development ecosystem has been so far damaged. Emma, just a nearma as ye protected the society. Nina, you refina bibia sikenti. Asasibia ton. Asasibia.
Who do you blame? Because a bit more people for political experience will blame the political class, the political elite.
Right. Politicians, no, the politicians are ultimately responsible. I can tell you the technocrats, the contribution they make, because me, state lands. It was my principle. I mean, because I'm against the sale of state lands. At the intina and say starting from Rollins more time. Yes, the redevelopment of Accra. Abembia was no Okasi omu hwe Accra ha osuni cantonments ni ade and sase ye Ghana dia somehow ye pekwan bi na obohu kwabra ne amane baako fufufu na hono wakoton the ama developer bi within a week makes me have money into say property for Ghana ni if you say a primer. Se developer be person obefa. You bet him the amano na ye quantum ne woman no e dia ye equity wom. By now all these developments are happening in cantonments and Laboni and all those places Ghana government lands. Why is the government out of it? I disagree totally with this. And he said a yampa say ye jam one. I disagree from an environmental point of view.
That's for the Achimota forest.
Yes, because media forest. But in New Year hono dozo. Omu na.
Make eba hacho no.
Yes. Who does he say opa before be drew sa baby amudi chicken here for saying. KFC no.
KFC.
Was ye bu a New Year ho right.
Oh really? Me fa
yes. Ye bu nyina. Fine, it be an expansion of road by trees are anyini near the Akosi baby I replace it. Now bro they would car ko boduem. Ye best send bill. Uka say no. No what ya koto eduani bi bia besi ho. You know, we have to protect the environment and the ecosystem. And we need people to be thinking this way. Say ayo ebinumu say asasi bia be down ti ebetwitwa ne asa atonton without thinking
where the Achimota forest is currently. Yeah. And I saw a post on Facebook, a person alluding to the fact, some part of that forest, encroachment near the.
It is not supported by technical advice. The facts were to humanity. Because why would the old feel in New so global warming, so we need our technocrats to be skilled enough to know and have this orientation to put. Because maybe a bubble, proof from your bocos or Valley, a bubble or so. This life has many dimensions.
The power conferred on the president by Section 19 of the Forest Act. This instrument is made this 31st day of March 2022. The land specified in the schedule, and I'm here to abide into force. What would you advise to be?
Advices to the president. Any decision that you take should be in the interest of the country and the interest of the ecosystem protection. Because Accra, we don't have fire belts anymore. Accra,
fire belts will be for what?
In case there's a major fire. It means that when you fire belt, it cannot spread beyond a certain place.
Okay.
Now breaky fires.
Okay.
To share California no fires or habonse statipe no baby cry kotra kra ye nante kra nkotra nyim from akra bi wen baby ya ton esidan baby ya ton. So we have an issue, and so I talk to my colleagues trying to push. So we need to make sure that our voices are heard to protect the country. Now, ma and for interest, people's individual interests and personal interests supersede that of the national. I'm the minister, and I don't know it's gone, and that will impact on the area, and in fact in Accra. So the development goes ahead of the scheme, which is wrong.
Asempa FM.
NPP, former executive director, Ghana Institution of Engineers. The last time Obeka Yensa was studio elaborate proposals on how we can deal in the long term with flooding situation in Kraiha, or linking to assase land acquisition in the city. Some lands be specifically attached amount for attached from flooding into the discussion around Achimota Forest.
The data the Gokos are buying a G assassin for the whole family from 1921 to 9. They can't even trace the compensation that was paid at the time. And do baby no, and a Busiana Kasa a year some application at the command. In 90 acres at the time. But we could not perfect it and send a free abemo. And this for buyer under Professor Mills, Yamin Fanikra and CE, almost also a corner Nassau. The catcher said they need part of their land back. And also, Anche and Big Brother, His Excellency, former President Mahama, Ebamao, I think, is it 118? And I said,
yeah, 118.
118. But 118, Gazette Fifrio and the Honor Minister no Ekoye. But I think the issue or the contention Akoye says I didn't know a 118, a woman 118, but you go beyond 118. Na utie the minister no train as well. Was there do baby no Abujina cannot get up on his own accord as minister Mimi, Minister for Lands and Forestry. My yesi. Institutions wanna see Lands Commission, Town and County Planning, this is a friend, Special Planning
and Land
Authority,
Land Use and Special Planning Authority.
Yeah. And when we no share number request no aye say they was say yazonu we then they take it to Lands Commission. The Wisha Land Act now, there's a roller minister no heading based on advice a bit free offices in Yamadia Bano, or no need the woman no the account. And the Bano Sano, now you go to Accra, the whole place is congested. Businesses are struggling to put up and all that, in the pressure and the congestion in these areas into part of town. But as we speak now, let me say on authority. So I mean, when was we tell Sami Jevi, and this is Sami Jevi. Okaza bampe yufa atwansasinafa. You heard him saying that. You heard him. Or a lawyer. He's a young man. Na ubie wanu. Na uka sem say Eddie tiampe for say ya. Emwa. We a lawyer. Ben ejuma ifa agufa do akofa ajumata sasafa. Nobody nanado any naban nimpenyifo has never taken any Achimota land. Achimota forest has not been sold yentonye. The forest is still intact. The forest is still intact. I am saying on authority. Assassin yadi ye quiet no and that's war. Now in this form omdi command there's a company. They want to do ecosystem.
Yeah. I
can say then.
In Rihanna Asiano no more be
but don't touch it. It will affect it. But yenya ban say there be yenya sir. We're not going to do that. So the forest is still intact. They're not doing buying on one casa and in the means. But back to the issue of our former General Secretary. Na wakoye will. Will no is not a private document. It's a public document because they are court and you koye. Na yenyina yeti here yenim ansa manso a yetwin e wo ni property hu na ade e na kofa nsem we nya de bae. E ho na ekun hu say Osei was asasi wo Tacholeten Achimota forest fire. They hold it back and bring it back into the state. And I'm happy about that. Now okan we are now Ramsar site before MPP ever in 2017. Who call Ramsar site ya ton asasini nyina basa. O sakumono. And then sakumono nso no topa ye wo be ye. The whole place is dried up. Insurance to be flow. Channel no bridge na wo e wo kwan na se a epunso no fam e de be baka no ne nyina asai nwura efifi wo mu saa and so the GPH flats the whole area come to 5 upon chicken got flooded come this go nyina because so na was a safe passage e be from Ediako and ye be sere works in housing for ni enhwetema na sakumo insuo no you come and dredge it for us. Yembe dredge mu pa yemfa machines nko ne dredge mu na passage no enya kwane mfam so that we can save lives. Enti ye kasa je asem na eni asase ya to indie mimi yenkrani omo dwudwa ya asem ya to e de emprise ha wo me ka kiro kwan no e say asase no e woni dimu a mpa ni chew ona bogina po enye sejo nko a any individual I want asase wo bia no you must go into it.
Because that's the proposal NDC through communications officer and so
that's it. Why? I don't class as the tape atoso. Near the dom to ni bring near tonza. Maba. Any young prince. Young prince. And yes, I'm yam you mutual massage no to tonza. Now come let the phone can be senior can be. Or see what call public service civil or more no trust as in no muton. You know even the politicians. Omu or dada ukakra no say oh yeah Jeff says jiwe kaka no de otwa no okay bibi o say o abam no onu sa policy ni abam yompa mi sa na pe oshinka because obi ntumi enko share away mu enye djuma so be yini car because in this car o be trade duty na we ya teso the amount na we atona wo de akọ then the nipa no kokra the car no buy no you should have the first option
yeah
na teso man no fa the car to have my peace and when nyina ya dia ebeboa na yen sanitize adwuma na ye ka no enti akasa no ya doso but I enjoy the discussion ekoso no se nyina na yehu bibiasem no se na eda na ade but I can say on authority go for do aban enton asase bia emobiara Achimota forest no asase no so eda se wo ho dia ye si purpose e di ye as a forest no eda se wo ho and mo bia nantina and this for nyuma moto any anwampia no mototo Ebekasa Yakufa da bank ton Achimota forest. Me wan yen to Achimota forest. So these are the reality. In conclusion, I'm say you can't drink to some extent, but I think that dialogue is the key to deal with some of these issues. Na fuel and what himself call Nigeria, a major exporter of crude and refined products, you know, they still have queues in our country. In Nigeria today. A major exporter of crude, any refined product of fuel, no, almost a lie. Nanyami adom, yenye di nentesa. I agree, say fuel no ekosko ye bibi on faso baso. Danse metre fi bi nya fuel. We share a problem about Ohenia Bebe Krumwa. Can you imagine what is going to happen in this country? Fitting another buyer, what was a salary? Even Kufuor's time, you to me and salary. Say a copefu. In Prophet Mill's time, in Monjomama's time, wasn't a salary. Petro Nikrum. And you do baby no, or say subsidy of fuel no, so they have to bring the deregulation policy on the petroleum sector. In the petroleum sector. And Japan so no a tobia or the toswa or generative revenue a womb yedi yam puntu jumo kroma. No and a yensu yen kakra wo a yedi bua edi yam puntu juma kakra. And you was here to try say be chabi kakra. Your manage economy year say means as GDP growth is about 5.4 after COVID. Gradually we'll get there. You manage, will prioritize your expenditure so that we'll be able to minimize some of these air costs. And the best driver for they have been so helpful to the government of Adanadu Dango Kufado. A shock COVID. And no crown of Wamunya Butrema by I am transe a calm and you could see Yendi a do baby Omunya Butrema yen. Na Minister Siama, my former boss, he's doing the best that he can. Na yentumi emfa bibiansi Ghana ye bibia be pejam mubium ye da wase amenka ho.
Honorable Daniel, new quartet titles Glover, former MP Tema East, former Deputy Transport Minister and a national organizer hopeful of the NPP. Ekosiisen On Asempa.
Asempa FM.
Ajumajinjin, Medamenda, Mankutine, Yumamele, and a Pajano phone. I continue to be school, no Makoni in a bee. If you make in a my baby, I'll be no Makoni in a bee. Nasiri in a Muano, and I homage Mani. It's a metanama, I pass Sunday, what